Yeah.
I think we got it. I think we got it set up. It's a very clean audio.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna lie, I sound pretty fucking sexy, dude.
should we do the Tim and Josh?
Guess I'm a bitch.
Huh?
Let me finish my first one.
Well, Elvis, we're not in the garage.
No.
We're not in your shop.
No.
We're not inside my house.
No.
That's the only places we've ever done podcasts.
That is a fact.
You want to tell everybody where we're at?
We're on beercation. No, joking. We are in Edinburgh, Texas.
South Texas, the deep South.
A lot of South.
A lot of South. I mean,
I'm talking taco stand every 100 yards.
we can go a little more south, but we may not be able to come back.
You may be able to.
Trump may build that wall. We might be on the
Maybe.
wrong side.
That is a fact.
So, what are we doing?
I was gonna ask you, why are we here, Chris?
Why are we here, Elvis?
Let the listeners know why we are here.
This right here might tell us something. Oh, I'm gonna cover up right there.
What does that say?
Yeah.
Texas Park.
Texas
And
Parks and
Wildlife.
Wildlife Department. You want to read that? You got a better reading voice than I do.
Oh, voice. See if I can butcher this. This says Texas Park and Wildlife Department official validation.
Officially official.
Special hunting permit.
Come on.
This is to certify that the person indicated below is entitled to participate in the National Refuge Archery Deer Hunt on the Lower Rio Grande, NWR. Schaleben or Schaleben?
How did he say? He says
Schaleben.
He says Schaleben.
On the dates of 11/14/2024 through the 17th, 2024.
And what's today?
Today is the 13th, sir.
Son of a bitch.
So we're going to have to wait at least 8 hours.
That's all right. Brian's not here yet.
Yeah, that's cool.
Brian's on the way.
We really wanted to wait for Brian, but Brian is going to be pulling in a little bit later.
And I don't think Brian's ever done an actual podcast. Like, he's been behind the scenes, but I don't think he's ever had the mic in his face.
It's time to pop his cherry, dude. What better way than do it in South Texas? So this here says legal game bag limits. 2 whitetail deer, either sex. Limit is 1 buck.
Uno Buckacito.
1 javelina, either sex. Unlimited feral hogs, of course. Unlimited exotic mammals. Define exotic mammals.
All right, let's stop beating around the bush.
right.
We're here to hunt now, guys.
We're here to kill shit.
We're at this place. And like my lamination skills.
Yeah, there you go. Come on.
Yeah. So it's not a big unit. This is probably the smallest unit
Yeah.
that you can hunt Nalgai on. It's on like 3,300 acres. So if you've never put in for a draw, there's a couple of different places you get archery deer tags and you get unlimited Nalgai. There's, I think Laguna is probably the best known one. There's a few others, and then there's obviously the one we're at, Schaleben.
And that's right across from LaSalle.
LaSalle, which I don't know if you can hunt Nalgai on LaSalle.
I haven't looked into it.
I haven't
You're the
either.
researcher, man. I'm just the hunter.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Nobody's gonna hurt anybody.
Oh, we
gonna
can't
be like
hear it.
three
I don't know
little
why we
Fonzies
can't
here.
hear it, but we
And what's
can't hear
Fonzie
it.
like?
I can hear
Come
it.
on, Yolanda, what's Fonzie like?
I can't.
What?
Oh,
Correctamundo.
Yeah, but me and Brian are very grateful. Thank you for doing all the paperwork and all the research. You booked the Airbnb.
I did a lot of work.
Dude, appreciate you. Thank you.
lot of
That's
work.
why the first round's on me, buddy.
Hey, that
We
more than
appreciate
makes
you.
up for it.
We appreciate you.
So we got here today. We checked in the Airbnb, which sweet lady, shout out to Airbnb. They got us a nice place for cheap. I mean, we're not staying in the Taj Mahal, but it's clean.
Yeah,
It's
there's
got
not
3
like
bedrooms.
There's like no inside swimming pool and bar area, but I mean,
It's clean.
Oh yeah,
It's cheap.
I have no complaints, man.
It's big. It's bigger than the house we stayed in San Antonio.
Yeah, sure. It's nice, dude. It has everything we need. Dang, it even got a backyard we can shoot our bows in. I mean, are we supposed to be shooting our bows? Probably not.
Somebody may have shot their bow. I'm not gonna say any names. Sounds like Schmelvis. It wasn't me.
Hey man, you gotta you go through doing all this work and stuff, you get prepped and spending all your money and investing in it, and you gotta make sure the actual thing that you're gonna harvest an animal with is.
I mean, I get it. If I was shooting a Hoyt, I'd probably be worried about it not being in tune too.
Better hope nothing happens to that Matthews tomorrow because I'm not fixing it. You're just gonna watch the rest of the hunt pissed off. You're gonna be our pack mule.
So that's another thing. Yeah, you brought up a good point. This is not a hunt where you can just drag your stuff out. There's you got to pack this meat out.
Yeah,
I mean the unit we're in is very small. It's 3 miles long.
So at the longest part, yeah.
So it's 3 miles long by about a mile wide. It's a rectangle.
Probably like a mile and a half square.
Yeah,
but 3 miles long way.
3 miles long. I think it's a mile wide.
I think so. Yeah, about a mile and a half. Huh?
Wide.
Yeah, 1 mile. Well,
And then
it's kind of weird. It's like it
Well, 'cause
looks
you got
like a Lego piece.
So you got a chunk sitting in the middle. It looks like
Private land.
a sea.
Yeah, it's a private land.
Yeah, it's got a chunk missing in the middle. It's private land.
It looks like a square Pac-Man.
Yeah, yeah, it's exactly what it looks like. A fat sea, if you will.
But we took a little round trip earlier, and looks like there's some traffic, and I ain't talking
There
about
is a
from the highway.
lot of traffic, man.
Game
a lot of traffic.
trails. Game
A lot
traffic.
of lot of game trails. In we saw some hooves. We saw some hoof tracks on that dirt road.
Yeah.
And we've never seen an Algai hoof track, so we're assuming it's obviously probably not a horse or a cow.
Say somebody lost their livestock then, because it shouldn't be walking in the middle of the road like that.
Yeah. So we did see a herd of sheep though that was walking down Main Street.
Looks like they were headed home.
They knew where they were going, man.
In a hurry.
They were shucking and jiving.
South Texas, yeah.
So you have to get the meat out.
Yeah.
Obviously, we both got packs. They're over there. So our plan is to pack out this meat quartered, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Knock it out, quarter it out, get the tenderloins. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm being greedy. I'm taking rib meat. I'm taking neck meat. I'm taking any cheek meat. I'll take a head and make barbacoa. I want some meat.
Yeah.
And these animals, I mean, if you've ever seen an Algai in person, these things are big.
Mm-hmm.
So even if one of us shoots one good-sized Algai, I believe we can, split it in 3 ways. We can take home 50, 60 pounds of meat
Each a piece.
easy.
Mm-hmm.
If we shoot a big bull, you're closer to 100 pounds of meat each.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of meat.
Yep.
So, and it's delicious. I've had it before. Absolutely. I've had people say it's better than elk.
I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely top 3 game animals I've ever had in my life.
I think with luck, we knocked down the Nalgai early. Kind of judge how much meat comes from that animal.
Yeah.
I might just deer hunt from then on. I want to shoot a South Texas buck. I do.
I'm in.
You know what I mean?
Say, we'll use Brian.
I 100% don't think we need to shoot 3 bull Nalgai and take all that home. That's a lot of meat, dude.
No, but
Especially, I already got meat in the freezer.
if one of us
so-
shoots a big bull and then a couple of calves come by, yearlings,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be mad at a yearling. That's a size of a big whitetail.
Yeah.
It's probably tender.
Yeah.
Fucked up to say. Some people ain't going to like that. It's probably tender.
Probably.
I'm
That's a
smoking.
fact. Yeah.
I'm smoking it.
But yeah, but a calf, yeah, or a yearling, whatever you want to call it.
If
But-
we take 3 600-pound bulls, come on, man.
That's what I'm saying.
That's too much meat.
That's a waste.
I don't think we have
waste.
enough cooler space for that.
No.
I got
enough for one.
a 150 and 2 120. So a full size 600-pound bull, that I ain't got no more left. That's 300 pounds of meat.
I would definitely have to debone before I go home.
If it's so I'm in agreement. If I see a monster rack coming through, If I see a spike with character coming through, if I see a doe that looks like she's a little too big for her britches or looks tasty, she's probably catching a carnivore.
Yeah. But also down here they have no antler restriction.
None. So not down here. It's on this, part of this hunt.
Yeah, refuge.
It's kind of like our mine and Carrie's G4 classified hunt that we do in a certain area where you can also shoot mule deer. Mm-hmm. There's no antler restriction on whitetail. I shot a tiny little basket rat because it was blowing at me. It blew at me for 3 days straight. It blew everything out of the water.
It's probably confused since the rack was so small.
Well, one day it walked in. It didn't blow. It was 10 yards away. Smoked it. Heart shot.
You can say that Kamala isn't our president.
Oh, God. Here we go. Okay.
No, but on a serious note, though, man, I probably won't shoot a buck if it's not bigger than my best, which is not very impressive. But if there is a buck and I see him and he's a nice buck, I'm making that stalk. I don't care how far.
It doesn't have to be my best buck. If it's a decent buck.
Yeah. What I would call legal back home, that's what I'm saying. Like, my best buck isn't that impressive.
13 inches.
Yeah.
13-inch spread. And if it's barely 13, but it's got a lot of mass, big old chocolate horn.
Yeah.
Or if it's just ain't got no mass, but it's got the white around the eyes, it's starting to get a little old, going after it.
Yeah.
If I see a javelina,
Yeah.
100 yards. That's my limit on a javelina. I want a javelina so bad.
I want to take that strap out and cook it out here before we leave just to try it.
Have you ever had javelina?
No.
If you don't take the stink hole out, that little gland, it's gross.
But even in whitetail, I don't know if you noticed, they got a gland in their hind ends.
But javelina,
hindquarters.
javelina leak.
Yeah.
It leaks out. You got to cut it out. PDQ, the meat's gone.
Yeah.
But javelina is fucking tasty. But it's more rodent than pig.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's like shooting a nutria rat.
It's like the catfish of pigs.
Don't. No, we're not. Catfish are delicious.
So are javelina, apparently.
Well, I mean, they are. But catfish are not the javelina of the fish world.
Or are they farm raised or are they from the river?
No. Why would you eat farm-raised catfish?
I'm just asking.
Look, man, I have a big thing against farm-raised fish ever since I found out that they're raised above chicken farms or below chicken farms. Like, so all they eat is chicken shit their whole life.
Tastes good.
No, fuck you. Farm-raised fish that's eating chicken shit its whole life? I'm out.
Never eaten tilapia?
No.
Ever? You've never eaten tilapia?
Not since I found out since I found out that's how they are. I won't eat them.
I bet you eat tilapia in the fucking restaurants you don't even know.
No, I don't order fish from restaurants.
Oh, okay.
That's stupid.
Well, that's pretty smart. Like fish tacos, though? Never? Really?
I don't trust them. Tilapia.
I like fish tacos.
I like fish tacos when I make them.
Shrimp. Ooh, flounder. Oh.
There is no better fish taco fish than trout.
What?
Oh yeah,
flounder, my guy.
And that's a waste of flounder.
No, it's not.
That is the second most flavorful fish that you're wasting on a taco.
You blacken it, son?
No, that's like saying you're gonna no. Nothing good in a taco comes blackened.
What?
If you're gonna make a fish taco, you gotta fry that fish in some like beer batter.
Nope.
Look, all right, we're gonna take a vote. Who are y'all gonna trust when it comes to cooking? Elvis or me? Elvis, how much do you weigh?
Are we talking barbecue?
Elvis, how much do you weigh?
225.
My point? Exactly. I'm not going to say when the last time I weighed 225 was, but it was a long time ago.
Hey, man, I got a high metabolism. What do you want me to do?
You going to trust that or trust it? Never trust a skinny cook.
You don't like my brisket?
That's not what I said.
Oh, okay.
Never trust a
So
skinny
you're not
cook.
saying that I can't cook?
No.
Okay.
Just saying you may
Don't
not have,
trust me to cook.
you may not have refined taste buds.
I'm a little confused right now.
You may not have the refined taste buds of a man like me.
And I'm not skinny. I'm not.
Elvis, which one of us had trouble getting in your Toyota Tacoma just now?
You are.
I'm normal. Everybody else is just small. Anyways, we're not getting into that old argument again. So what's your plan for tomorrow? What's our plan? Are we heading after water? Are we heading after trails? Or are we going to use Thursday as a scout day?
It's technically going to be a scout day.
I don't see how.
We talked about it earlier because we were thinking it was going to be high 50s, low high 40s
In the mornings? Yeah, but it's not.
It is not. It was 89 degrees when I pulled up here, and we got here 2 o'clock, 2:30.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, that's the hottest part of the day.
It's going to get a little cooler on Friday. Friday's going to be a little cooler.
Okay, cool.
But it's going to be in the 60s. 60s and
It's
70s.
still a little warm.
It is. But now,
So
guy,
gotta find water.
now guy are desert animals. I mean, it's what they come from, right?
I got you.
They
Yeah.
come from India.
Mhm.
They thrive in the heat and the arid climate. I do agree. I think we need to find water, but I think we're going to have to spend tomorrow walking.
Yeah.
We're going to have to put the miles on the boots tomorrow.
I think tomorrow is going to be the longest trekking we're going to have.
I think so too. And you never know.
throughout the whole hunt.
We may be walking down a right of way and be like, oh shit, they're right there down this right of way. And we may just sneak up this right of way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sneaky for a big guy.
Mm.
Pretty sneaky for a big guy.
I don't know if you've seen the size of those mesquite trees.
Hey,
They're
hey,
very big, but
hey, as long as they're high enough, I'll shed my pack. I'll be sneaky. Hey, I hid behind the tree when I shot that buck at your place, didn't I? Or that buck we thought was a doe. I hid behind the tree. Now,
just because your eyes are behind a limb doesn't mean the rest of you can't be seen.
this is a 300 fucking year old oak tree I hid behind, but I hid behind the tree, man.
That's a big ass oak tree. That oak tree was. I can't even wrap.
It was bigger than that. It was as big as we are from each other right now. It's a big tree,
It's a big ass tree.
but I hid behind it.
Yeah, that would be a luck of a draw if we find one in the middle of a damn right away. But from my understanding, though, they don't stay in one area for too long. They're wanderers.
They remind me of cattle.
Yeah,
They graze and move, graze and move, graze and move. They never stay in one spot.
they get to where they're going, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's the thing. We gotta find where they want to go.
we got to find
Where they're
We got to
traveling
find the
through.
water and the doo doo.
Yeah. To sum it up.
The water and the doo doo, and set up in between them.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep last night, and all we were doing today, and I knew that was traveling. So I'm excited.
It's
been
brushing.
trying. How long have we been trying to do this hunt?
Like 3 years. Something's always happened.
At least.
And one of or two of us have had to back out, and we're not going to go without each other. And
Definitely don't want to do this shit alone.
no,
I mean, I may
because
be hard headed one year and try it, but
I think
pretty dumb.
between the possible rattlesnakes, which I didn't see. That was one thing I didn't see a whole lot of sign of. And you didn't see any, and it was sand. That road we were driving on was a sand-covered road, and I didn't see any snake tracks.
But slithers,
No,
those skins.
but I mean, at the same time, though, this is rough cedar brush we're going to be busting through. So, be honest,
Definitely don't want to be at the base of a dead log
no, and
trying to climb around it.
I'm not wearing my Sitka pants.
No.
I don't think they're going to be durable enough. Those Equinox pants, yeah, they got the bug-proof layer, but I think they shred in the
You
South
see
Texas stuff.
see the leggings of mine, and it's just East Texas thorn bush.
Right, that's
coastal
Matagorda. That's
thorn bush.
Matagorda County.
Nah, I give it to them. These thorn bushes are a little bit different on the property we hunt.
But it ain't here.
You can find out real quick.
But it ain't here.
Yeah, these thorns down here, they're longer and skinnier. The ones back home, they're thicker and stubbier, but they don't fuck around. In other words,
I got them. I was calling them Blue Ridge or something like that when I was telling you about them. But
ridge cut,
Ridge cut.
tractor supply.
Tractor Supply, baby. They're like $20 a piece. I got like 4 pair with me right now. I wear them for everything. Once you break them in, they're like pajama pants, but they're tough as nails.
Yeah.
I like solid color bottoms anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear my Sitka stuff or my with Element Outdoors.
I'm gonna wear my Sitka top.
It's just, I've gotten, since where I hunt anyways, I've gotten in the habit of just watching where I walk anyways.
Yeah, and I've got the chaps. I bought those
Oh,
traps.
you brought them?
Or the gators. They only go
Yeah,
2 niggas. I brought them. I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna wear them yet.
We'll find out tomorrow if you need them or not.
Exactly.
So
I may throw them on the pack.
Oh, speaking of packs, how much do you think your pack weighs?
It's like 22 pounds. I think both of us are sitting somewhere between 20 and
I
25.
feel like mine's heavier than that.
See, when I picked yours up, it felt like mine, and I weighed mine at the house, 22 and a half pounds.
Yeah, but I got water in mine right now.
You're not adding,
bladders.
but you're not adding a gallon of water.
It's 2 quarts.
So 25 pounds. You ain't at 30.
Okay.
Remember, I was training at 75, and these packs don't weigh nothing like that.
Yeah, I got you,
But we
I mean, no shade, but like walking around the neighborhood and walking through the shit we're about to walk through, it's too different.
I know that's why I put a lot of weight on there.
Yeah, just
We have way too much shit. I have way too much shit in my bag. I have shit I don't need.
got a lot of shit that we are gonna need though.
I could shed the whole comfort, because I got all the pullouts. I got a comfort pullout.
Oh, you got a napping pull out.
No, I left the nap pullout. That's my hammock kit for people that don't know.
So what's the comfort?
That's the one that has the coffee and the snacks and the shit like that.
Oh, comfort. You have to have that.
That is my biggest pullout.
Because I'm gonna hold you to that. You literally said, "All right, bitches, I'm bringing my jet boil and I'm gonna make
That's
coffee."
what I'm saying. It's not
I'll
a
just
jet
bring a
boil.
cup.
Yeah, it's
So I'm relying on you. Midday caffeine.
Hey.
That is your job.
I'm bringing it.
Okay.
Right? But it's also got one of the Mountain House meals in there.
Never know, dude.
It's just got some shit like that in it, right?
I got 2.
Stuff that's going to make my hunt more comfortable.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's the kitchen sink, so to speak.
Yeah.
But that's 4 pounds, 5 pounds I could pull out easy in one pull out.
Yeah.
I'm not a pound counter. I'm not worried about how much my pack weighs.
Yeah.
You ever noticed there's a lot of trucking companies around here. We're in South Texas.
Oh, shitload.
Them big rigs get the same fuel mileage whether they're pulling a load or they're not.
Really?
I'm like a big rig. I'm going to move the same fucking speed whether I got an empty backpack or a 100-pound backpack.
It is facts.
It ain't going to be fast. So you and Brian going to have to, if y'all leave me, just leave me. I'm going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Hey, that's what I told Brian last year attack. Brian, I'm going to make it. Go on my speed. It ain't going to be fast.
But I'm turn around, you'll be blowing up a fucking mountain house.
I'm good,
Get your
guys.
fucking ass. Come on, man.
I need some fucking breakfast hash.
That'd be hilarious.
Do a couple of these in there. If I could figure out a way to keep this cold in my backpack.
They
This
do
is
make
lunch.
those koozies.
This is lunch.
They do make those koozies. Getting another round, I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
I've been waiting on it. I didn't want to kill this one until you was getting another one. Thank you, sir. Oh. You do it. Oops. You wanna stop right here and check the file?
What?
You wanna stop right here and check the file?
Nope. We're going to let it ride.
What if it's not good?
Nope. This sucks. So let's talk about what other people talked about on their podcast.
What do they talk about?
I want to talk about new bows.
Oh.
Are there any bows you're interested in? We're going to waste some
Okay.
time talking about new bows.
Time out.
Yeah.
Before we do that, because that's going to be a long conversation. You know that.
You know what? We should probably not do that. Let's
No.
dedicate a podcast to it.
We can.
No. Let's dedicate a whole podcast to it after everything comes out.
So we're here for the hunt.
We're
right?
here for the hunt.
What are your What are your
Are you laughing at because I separate colors?
Yeah, that's OCD shit. That's OCD shit. What are your expectations for this hunt?
I have none.
No expectations. That's an easy answer. I need.
Have fun.
Yeah,
That's it.
I agree.
Go out there, chill in nature, have fun.
Learn. Most of all, learn.
Reset my mental health.
Ooh.
You know, I'm not. Anybody from work watching this? If you've been calling,
Fuck you.
texting, hey, say that, emailing, but I ain't got it. I ain't got it.
Oh, man. Like you said, we've been trying to do something like this for. I mean, you went to Colorado, but haven't got to chill with the homies in a little while. You know what I mean? So this is good. I definitely needed it. 100%. Love my family, love the kids. I'm not saying nothing beyond that, but as a man in the modern world,
Everybody needs some time by themselves, or to reset. Everybody needs a reset.
as a man in the modern world, though, ooh, it's terrible out there, dude.
Got to reset.
Perfect fucking chance. These airheads are delicious.
Whoa, so good, right? Should not have bought them.
So 0 expectations. A scale of 1 through 10, though. So you have no expectations, right? Scale of 1 through 10. Solid 18-inch spread. 10-point walks out. You smoke it. How happy are you going to be?
What?
Why'd you turn your microphone off?
I'm chewing.
Oh, thank you. So scale of 1 through 10. You said 0 expectations, right? A solid chocolate 10-point, 18-inch spread inside. Walks out and you smoke it 40 yards. How happy are you going to be?
Hunting for that day on that track is ruined. They're going to hear me in Laguna. You know them Fred Eichler videos where he's jumping up and down? I just shot a grizzly bear. That motherfucker ain't got shit on me. All right? Everybody going to know I shot something. All right? They might know back home. Wow, fuck yeah. Yeah, I might as well not even hunt the rest of the day.
That's gonna be a scene worth paying to see. But other than that, man, like I said, day 1 is tomorrow. Hunt 1 is in the morning. I'm excited. And so I guess tomorrow evening you want to do like a end of day 1 closeout session, introduce Brian to everybody.
I think so.
We always talk about him, and
I think so. We definitely need, it's going to be a multi-part series. I don't know how many parts it's going to be. But, you know, we may come back and we're just beat the fuck up.
pissed off.
Schaleben may have, however you say it. We need to figure out a better. Carrie, Ryan, what are y'all doing here?
Oh, you're the police,
the popos, La Migra, maybe a little border patrol.
definitely them.
But you know, the S word that's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it the S word.
Shit.
No, we got to figure out how. Neither of us can pronounce this motherfucker.
I'm calling it Schaleben.
All right, Schaleben may just whoop our ass.
It's a possibility, but
We may be here tomorrow just like this. I ain't hunting no more. Fuck this place. We don't. You don't
the
know
clown has no penis. If you don't know where that's from, then fuck you. Step Brothers. Yeah, it's gonna be a good day.
It's gonna be an excellent day. I think at worst, we're gonna get some exercise.
And we're gonna eat some badass snack sticks along the way.
Badass snack sticks. Shout out to Urix over there in Markham.
Yeah.
Some people, they're like, oh, well, I don't like him because of this. And I don't care. He makes damn good food.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna like the dude to eat his food.
No.
It's just like I ain't gotta agree with people's policies to watch them play football. I may not agree with them, but they play damn good football.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn.
Camo. Yeah, those snack sticks were delicious. That's actually what we ate for dinner. Well, I say I ate most of them.
Airhead gummies, snack sticks, and beer. It's real fucking healthy, baby. I hunt so I can get healthy fucking food.
I mean, it's better than smoking a whole box of Little Debbie's, huh?
Hey, I bought some fruit. All right,
You did try.
I had a apple, a orange.
Damn, I haven't eaten
orange.
nothing since some breakfast tacos and the snack sticks.
Really?
I was a straight shot here, dude. I was,
Well, I got here about an hour early, and I stopped at that restaurant next.
yeah. Come on, would you get some carne asada? Or
some bistec.
steak ranchero.
Bistec ranchero. Hey, that was good. It was really. The only thing, and this is not. This is just across the board with Mexican cooking. When it's older women, what enough salt. Older Mexican women don't put salt in their food.
So what's like the prime Mexican women food then?
Like age?
Yeah.
Age range when they start putting enough salt, it's probably like 40-ish, 45. Because
Creme de la creme.
like women that are older than that, that's the generation they didn't really work salt. Salt was the enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like cholesterol and all that.
Yeah.
Now, and then you get some, it depends on what they make too, because if they be making them, they get the manteca just. And that shit ain't nothing but animal fat, but they won't eat salt. You know what I'm saying? Just
It's called balance, bro.
oh yeah, balance. They balance it so they balance it on a fine edge.
Come on.
But it's just an age thing.
You know what I find weird? Is that Christian says I use sometimes my food's too salty.
Lori says the same shit.
But guess who's the first person she calls to come season the food?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Make that make sense.
But Lori,
hey, Elvis, hey hon, I need you to come fix this.
Lori gets so
But my
mad.
food is too salty sometimes.
She got so mad when we first got together. She's like, "How'd you season that?" I don't know. I put some of this in there. How much? I don't know. She's like, "Well, did you measure?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Why don't you measure?" I was like, "Because I don't know how much it is." She go, "Why do you know how much to put in?" "Because it looks right." And she's like, "Well, think about it." And I'm like, "I don't know. 3 floofs." If I say that to you, what's a floof? With the little squeeze, right?
Yes.
She looked at me dead square and I was like, "The fuck is a floof?" And I couldn't explain it. I was like, and I finally grabbed something. It's like, she's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Floof." I don't. How should you explain it?
A quarter tablespoon.
Yeah, quarter table. I still don't. She asked me to do something the other day. I don't know what I was making. And it was like, "All right, put in a tablespoon or a teaspoon." I'm like, and I got a spoon, regular spoon, like not a big one, but like a regular, like a little teaspoon.
Not a tablespoon, but not a teaspoon.
Not like a soup spoon, where that,
cereal spoon.
not like no, my cereal spoon's like that big. All right? I use big spoons, but I got like what I would give Leo, right? And I'm like, "How much am I supposed to do?" She said, "Well, that's a teaspoon. Just put it." And I'm like, "All right." So I scoop it, and she's like, "No, yeah, right, because scoop it." She's like, "No, it's got to be level." I'm like, "It's not. The whole thing's not level. The spoon bowl is not level. How am I gonna get a level scoop?" And so I just looked at her.
Talking about like flush with the top of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and I'm looking. I'm like, and finally I just got pissed off. I was like,
Threw it in there. Yeah, all right.
It was ice. It was we found. I like coffee.
Yeah.
There's Nescafe ice roast instant coffee. Mm-hmm. So you mix it with cold water or milk. Delicious.
Like mi abuelita.
No, not that good, but it's
Not
good.
that good.
But it's good. But like it tells you, like if you have 8 ounces, it's a teaspoon. I'm like, fuck, it's a teaspoon. Like when I make it at work.
Teaspoon ain't shit.
Well,
So
so
think about it.
If I got it at work, I take my 32 ounce Nalgene, I throw some ice in there, and I take it, use the empty can. I'm like, until, oh yeah, that looks right. And I put more water, put a little cream and sugar, shake this shit up. I'm like, "Ooh, that's strong today." And I go out about my day. You know how I know I make it too strong? Because 20 minutes after I'm done, I gotta go to the bathroom.
I was just gonna say you gotta go.
That
Got to
okay.
go.
I need a little less tomorrow, so I'm only gonna do 4 shakes. Science.
Hey, once you got it figured out, though.
But you got to, hey, man, you got to try that stuff. It's good.
Really?
Yeah. So
Bring some?
no.
Of course not.
So my supervisor, or not my supervisor, so the work activity supervisor, whatever you want to call him, the guy that, like, he would be your boss. Like a whack.
Nobody's my boss.
My bad.
I'm just kidding.
He orders his from his wife's coworker who orders it from Mexico. And I was like, bro, there's no difference, right? He's like, it's in Spanish. Everything's in Spanish. I'm like, there's not going to be
should
any
have
difference.
fucking known that before you made that statement. You should have fucking known that.
Well, so
You know how like that ibuprofen hits a little different
here,
from down
okay,
there.
so here was the thing.
Just saying.
Like he was like, well, it's a glass bottle. Well, I found a glass bottle, and I'm like, it's the same, glass and glass. This even has Spanish on it. Also has English, but there's Spanish on it. It's got to be the same. That shit is not the same.
It's not the fucking
There is
same.
cocaine in that
Have
one.
you never had a bottled Big Red from States and a bottled Big Red from El Mexico?
No,
That's not the same. My boy.
that is pure syrup and deliciousness.
It is very delicious.
But I didn't think the difference was going to be that dramatic.
It is.
It is like a whole new life.
Yep.
Like it opened my eyes for the first time.
Like, I don't know. Y'all don't have Mullins, do you?
Huh?
Mullins Donut Shop. You ever been there, Bay City? Their Dr. Pepper hits different, son. It's got like a little extra syrup in it or whatever. It's different.
I'm going to be honest with you.
And it's fucking delicious.
Say something real controversial right now.
Come on.
Dr. Pepper sucks.
I'm pro Big Red. I love Big Red.
I love
My
Big Red.
Kids love Big Red.
I love Big Red. Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper sucks.
It doesn't suck.
That's
but
barbecue water.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not like, oh, fucking Dr. Pepper. No, like I like Dr. Pepper.
Pepsi.
Oh, I love Pepsi.
I will.
Pepsi Zero is my favorite
I will
zero
take
soda.
Pepsi over Coke any day.
Have you never had Pepsi Zero though?
Yeah, I will take.
That is my
Pepsi.
favorite zero soda.
I'll take Pepsi over anything.
Pepsi's good. I love something about Big Red. I don't know what it is.
I get it. Big Red's fucking delicious.
It's my favorite soda, without a doubt. But anywho,
Fuck Dr. Pepper.
it's not that great. It's kind of over.
It's overrated, right?
Yeah.
Did you see the whole TikTok thing? Or
I like Coca-Cola better than I do Dr. Pepper.
I do too. See
I
the
know
whole.
it's terrible for you, but
There was this whole TikTok thing talking about, oh, this is how Texans like their Dr. Pepper, and they were putting pickle juice and pickles in there.
okay. That's
That shit
terrible.
came from this area.
That's fucking
Corpus, Robstown, all the motherfuckers. Gross. Gross.
I can't get behind that.
I love pickle juice.
Yeah.
I drink pickle beer all the time.
You know what I do? My favorite thing to do, especially in the summer.
Michelada with pickle juice. Ah, yeah.
I do love that. But say I don't have the Michelada available, I'll get Modelo's, 2 of them, and I'll have the pickle juice. Pickleback, it's called. Back and forth, son. I ain't lying.
Have you had the pickle beer though?
No.
So you know the big jar of pickles that you can get? Mm-hmm. It's that whatever brand that is. Minute,
Deli made?
Minute or whatever.
No, Deli
It's
made.
got the little blue
Yeah,
and-
little
blue and
button
white
lady.
face.
Yeah, the little button lady.
Yeah, little blue and white
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
Okay, it's the same. That face is on there.
Oh, yeah?
It's
It's the beer. Let's try that.
it tastes like
Definitely in the summer, though.
it tastes like this with pickle flavor.
Really?
Like a lot of pickle flavor. Yeah. I drank the shit out of them one day.
Okay. Anything else? Let's wrap this up because I really want to talk about something else on a different podcast.
We're gonna start another
Do you
podcast.
have anything else for this podcast?
I do not. I hope we do good today. Brian, be safe on the road.
Yeah.
Even though you're gonna be here by the time this airs.
Yeah, I was going to say, we bought some beer to wait on you. But, like I said, low expectations to
Low
none.
expectations to
If
none.
something happens, it happens.
Hey, you know what? We have the celebration bottle.
That's celebration scotch.
If somebody hits anything with an arrow, if they hit a bird with an arrow, I don't care. We're breaking out scotch on camera.
100% got your back on that. So, anything else?
That's it.
So tomorrow, maybe after day one, we continue on. Are we gonna add it to this one, or is it gonna be a separate one?
I don't know yet.
I think I need to add it on.
We'll figure it out as we go.
Okay.
Like a commercial break in between.
Yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by absolutely fucking nobody.
Miller Lite.
Yeah,
Nah, but after tomorrow's hunt, either we're gonna do a separate episode, and if we don't, we will catch y'all tomorrow evening.
absolutely.
Yeah, have a good one.
I don't want to be the only one with headphones on.
No, I just wanted you to hear yourself. So I hear you every day, and it's an inspiration, Brian. And you know, I feel like it's gonna be a fucking interrogation or something.
All right, so like, remember,
single light right here.
4 inches, 4 inches from your chin, pointed at your chin. Speaking
I
of,
thought we were doing a podcast.
we are.
We were fucking doing sex ed class and shit. Jesus.
Christian, we're sorry.
Oh shit! You start recording already?
Yeah, it's recording.
You would.
But you can edit that stuff out, right?
All right.
You can, yeah, edit. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Because we have the fucking. I have headphones on.
How do we sound, Brian?
How do we sound, Brian?
Check. Check.
Sounds great.
I don't know which one that is.
It's like rock music.
I have not labeled this. Yeah, we haven't labeled any of these, so sometimes I just reach over and I.
I'm good, Big Dan.
What's going on? What's going on? Right
It's music right now. When you hit that one, it's
Damn, son, I believe you did sell your soul to the devil.
hot damn, son. I do believe you sold your soul to the devil.
now? All right. So. No, Brian, leave them on. You don't want to listen to yourself?
All right, I'll leave them on.
You don't have to. The Joe Rogan people, they have them.
They don't have to. He tells them, yeah, you can take them off if you want. But
Okay.
he likes keeping them on.
He likes hearing himself.
He likes hearing himself.
I like hearing myself too, though.
Put some on.
I have any.
All right, everybody. So I think this is Brian's first time on the podcast, and damn sure the first time on camera.
We got to do it right. We got to do the intro.
What's the intro?
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Horrible Outdoorsman podcast with your host, Christopher Lopez. I am the co-host, Elvis Cortinas. And today we have a very special guest. Everybody pretty much knows who we're talking about. We talk about him every podcast. His name is...
Look at my notes. Oh,
Say
Brian.
your name.
I'm Brian. I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
Let's do my hands.
All right.
But man, welcome to the show podcast.
Finally.
Brian.
We finally got you from behind the scenes to the
But,
front
I
of the
mean-
camera, speaking into a mic. Pretty proud of us.
Yeah.
I don't want to steal your spotlight or anything, but
No, I don't need
somebody
spotlight.
turned 40 today, so
Not 40.
Happy birthday,
38.
Christopher.
38,
Don't
but
leave
I
me hanging.
appreciate
You're closer to 40 than you are 30.
I'll
Skunk,
give you that.
Skunk Scotch. That's hard to say.
It is pretty.
Elvis doesn't like peaty scotch.
At all.
A little too much smoke flavor for him. It's okay.
See, man, I'm a heavy barbecuer, man, but there's nothing on that.
Maybe we'll try next time like some Glenfiddich.
See, what's that drink that maybe we went to College Station, Ryan's wedding, and
Are you going to ask me what drinks we had that night? Because they were a lot, and I don't remember any of them.
okay,
I don't remember what they were called.
bad idea. My bad.
Do you remember what they were
One
called?
of them was called the Gentleman, I think.
Gentleman
Carrie
Jack?
was drinking it.
Gentleman Jack?
No, I think it was called the Gentleman.
I didn't drink anything Carrie drank.
Oh, the old fashioned. That's what it was called.
Oh, that's just.
I like that.
That's
just whiskey with sugar and
a little cinnamon stick,
cherry.
yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I like that.
It
drink.
is.
Yeah.
All I did was drink beer that night, and I think between me and you, we probably put down
A lot.
in the 50s
A lot.
because we were buying buckets
A lot.
about every 5 minutes.
Had college flashbacks.
I remember
That was a good night.
At one point, Carrie looked at us and was like, "All right, we're gonna go.
Yeah, we gotta go.
We're leaving because those two are getting drunk. Their wives don't care. And not to say Carrie won't tie one on because I'm sure he will, but we were way ahead. Like,
Good times.
oh yeah, we started the race an hour before him. That was a good night. That was
Sorry,
a
see,
rowdy
that's
night.
why I didn't want to interrupt it, Brian. I'm sorry.
We do
Welcome
get
to the podcast.
Brian. We
got it,
I'm just
here.
we random. We get random. So Brian showed up a couple hours after the pre-hunt podcast. This is not after day one. Let's interject that. This is Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Which is that's hunt day 3. We hunted
Day
Thursday.
3.
Thursday we put boots to dirt.
What did we do? 10
We had
miles?
thorns.
Or almost, no, like,
It was 10.
yeah, 10 miles.
It was about 10 miles. We used that as a scouting day.
And we did.
Fully loaded packs. I mean, it ain't like we're all cutting up in the mountains, but we were busting brush. And let's be honest.
And thorns. A lot of thorns.
A lot of thorns. It's South Texas. If it ain't going to bite you, sting you, it's going to poke you.
Come on.
And we saw some animals.
Yes.
What we see?
A couple of whitetail and a couple of nilgai.
That's right.
But the major thing was day one was kind of, what was it, 90 degrees?
And we were searching for water.
Looking for water.
Right? Because we said that's our plan going into this is we need to find the water.
For sure.
It's warm. Everything needs water. There ain't no water.
I was gonna say the only water we found was from our hydration packs and our Nalgene bottles.
And on the private property.
Well, yes.
So if you've looked at this property, it's like a
Schaleben.
C. And in the middle, this little square here, private property. With 2 huge ponds that are
3.
deep.
It's 3 ponds.
Are you including the pool?
No.
Oh.
There's a smaller one, not as big as the other 2, but there's another smaller one.
That's where all the water's going.
Oh yeah, that's where all the water's
And
at.
so there is a tank. There's a tank. We went to it the first day. We were thinking, at a minimum, the tank's going to hold water. You can see it from Google Earth or wherever you use. It's
Is that where the solar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
so
So there's definitely a water well there.
and it's
Definitely
manufactured.
a solar
'cause
panel for the pump.
It's manufactured. You see the plastic liner. Ain't no water there,
No,
and that'd been dry.
dry, all the way down to the plastic underneath the dirt dry.
So at that point, we ain't got no water. Our hunting plan's done. We expected at least 1 pond. I think we looked at 4 or 5 that we had marked.
We thought little pothole, a couple of potholes.
Nothing.
Nada.
No water. The very
Oh,
north
dry,
end of the
dry.
unit. The very north end of the unit is the only one we didn't check because those 2 guys were hunting there.
Yes, but
But from the look of it,
It was going to be like the others.
you ain't got water, which made this a particularly hard bow hunt.
I honestly think the animals just woke up extra early and started licking all the dew off of the grass around the area and the trees.
It was full moon, right? It was a full moon.
So we didn't find water, but we did find a lot of sign, right?
We found a scat or the poop. We found bedding areas. We found travel paths. We found transition areas. We textbooked, patterned them.
And we seen them.
We seen them. And
Just
there was
haven't.
some opportunities to shoot. Sometimes people didn't have their bows. Sometimes people didn't have shoes on or socks. Sometimes people just were wearing second-class camo and got busted. You know, it is what it is.
Define second class camo, Chris. All of a sudden, you get some sick of camo and you're drinking scotch and calling all other camos second class.
Hey,
Coming
man,
from a guy that swore he would never buy a Sitka, and now he owns nothing but Sitka.
hey, man, I ain't saying no names, so you must be feeling guilty or something.
Yeah, I tried some new camo this year.
And?
Works just fine.
Did it, though?
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
Nothing. I'm just giving you shit. So
It did work pretty good, though. They had, like, when I walked up to you at the end, and I saw where you were set, where that spot.
Tell him, Brian.
it's the bottomland. That bottomland
He was
pattern
leaning
is
up
a
against the
very
tree. I was
good
like, where the
pattern.
hell's-
Yeah.
I didn't know where
I
you
look
were.
like a mesquite tree. I was
Yeah,
sitting there
you
like
did.
this for a little while.
And that's why you didn't shoot the
That's
knockout.
why I seen that nail
that
guy.
was fucking 5 feet from you, apparently.
Apparently, I stink. Okay.
He didn't use it down.
Did-
Okay.
Hold on.
So timeout.
Hold
Before
on.
we get too deep.
Didn't we have a whole conversation about scent control? And you were like, I don't need no goddamn dead downwind. And you threatened to stab me if I sprayed you with dead downwind.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
And what
Hey,
happened?
but guess what happened?
And what happened?
I did spray all my shit in dead downwind, and I still got smelt.
Well, maybe you're just a smelly motherfucker.
Well, it was 90 degrees and fucking no shade, so
So
I don't know
Couple
too many
things-
people that wouldn't stink.
let's couple things we learned about Malgai. They're fast.
They are fast, but they look slow.
They're deceptively fast, especially for their size. You know that they remind me of Larry Allen. He never looked fast moving, right?
Get in front of them.
He never looked fast moving, but if you watch like the old school Pro Bowls, him and Warren Sapp, they never looked fast. But then they would time them, and you're like, yo, those dudes are moving 4'9", 4'7", 350 pounds.
Oops.
That's a lot. And I think they're deceptively fast. The brown blends in.
They got some beautiful coats as far as like the cows and the calves and the yearlings.
We never saw a bull.
Whatever. We did not see a bull.
Y'all got clearer views of the Naga than I did. The only time I saw them was when they were running away, and they've got like almost
tails.
like a mule deer, right? So their butt is white, and I thought it was a whitetail or something running off until I realized that the fucking white strap on just the ass cheek was like this big. I'm like, holy fuck, that's a big animal, and it was moving like a deer, just whoop whoop
You
whoop.
might have seen it if you had a regular chair instead of baby chairs.
So yeah, we'll discuss gear in a minute, but
2-inch lift kit on the ground.
so the first day we go in there, we're running and gunning. I don't think we stopped for more than 5. We never sat anywhere.
I think we
Did we?
we
No.
stopped, ate a couple of snack. Or no, we did not. Day one, I forgot the snack sticks. I apologize.
None of us snacked day one. We didn't. There was no sitting day one.
We were straight shooting pretty much.
We just 10 miles
I
busting
just
brush
thought
is a
about
lot.
that, yeah.
That's a lot.
I don't remember.
There was no
Stopping at
still
all.
hunting. There was no still hunting. And we saw that. We saw the whitetail does in the morning with the yearling, and then we saw the now guy early on.
Well, now guy was first, and then
That's
we
right.
saw the does. Yeah.
But we weren't really actively hunting. We were more scouting.
Yeah. We were just trying to find them, see what we need to set up.
See what
Started at the south, and then, I mean, we've seen a couple of animals and didn't see the water, so we went back to the north side where we thought more water was, ran into some more hunters.
But I think that was the only other 2 hunters the whole time.
Well,
There was a truck that left.
this evening, day
When we were
3,
walking.
Brian said he seen a truck leaving
Really?
that
I saw the
parking
tail
lot.
lights leaving the parking lot.
So, I mean, were they hunters? No.
I don't.
Just glad they didn't take our bow cases. So there's that.
And then
I mean,
on that
I-
pipeline, there was a
I would have done an insurance claim and probably got a pelican.
on that pipeline there was that little trail that had the pink flags. So I don't know if somebody was using
Yeah, I
that.
seen that.
Could have been a
first
worker.
day. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they only do like 6 or 8 tags, so we're
could've been a game
3
one.
of them. Could have been the game one. Could have been Mr. Green Jeans that Elvis is violently against talking to.
Hey, man, I'm all for back in the blue, but I just don't like talking to blue.
They're
Or
green. There we go. Green Jeans.
If I don't have to, I mean,
So first day was more of a scouting day. Second day we get out there. So what? We ended up going to Bass Pro. No, we didn't.
Yeah.
Not Thursday night. What did we do Thursday
Yeah.
night?
Thursday
it was
night.
Thursday night.
Did I go to Bass? No.
Yeah.
I went to Academy.
No, we
No, we
went to
went to-
Academy Wednesday.
Did I? I went to Bass Pro.
We went to Bass Pro.
And I bought that little pop-up blind. Not a pop-up blind. The easy blind.
Turkey blind.
No, the blind.
Oh, I thought you said
I'm not talking about the chair right now. Chair's giving me PTSD. But the little blind, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I feel like if I'd had some rafter grass, like we used to when you're duck hunting, and you'd have put it in there, that could have been money.
Palmetto leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Camo.
But I also got a chair. It's called the Hunting Lounger from Cabela's. It looks fucking sturdy, looks comfy, but they don't tell you in these little BS fucking letters, about that big. It says capacity of 225. I don't know if y'all can see. Ain't been 225 in a long time. Long time. So that chair, it lasted half the day. It lasted me about half the day, and then I took a nap. and I put all my weight on it. And you know, when you fall asleep in a chair, you got the two arms out and the head back. And, and when I woke up, I started at like a,
30.
like a 75-degree angle. 75? When I woke up, I was more at about a 45. And by about 2:30, 3 o'clock, there was no angle. And it was just
Straight across.
180. So I had to go get a new chair, which the new tripod chair is nice. I checked the weight capacity. This one's got a decent weight capacity for me. But yeah, but what else that chair is, that lounger style turkey chair, your butt's an inch off the ground. So even somebody that's torsoed like me with this long old torso, that shit did not work.
Extra vertebrae, yeah.
I could not see over the top of
the
my
reason
bun.
it didn't work is the grass was kind of hot too, though.
And then I was downhill. I was on a downhill. Yeah. So we're saying that I was basically, if you see this is higher, right?
So day 2.
This is day
Started
2.
day 2. The morning of day 2.
Okay, morning of day 2. I've got all that stuff with me in my pack because
I 100-pound pack.
That's
walking in,
just who I am. I've got to have everything.
And see fresh scat on the walk-in. Y'all two decide to hunt the fresh scat on the second right away, right? And I'll go further down all the way. So after day 1, we kind of concluded there's no water on the north side, right? So day 2, hey, man, this is freshest sign on this right away. It's probably best we set up along this road. That's where we've seen pretty much everything living in this unit.
But to that point, thinking back now, we never actually worked the whole pipeline road.
No, I walked it today, though, and it don't
Today.
seem like there's not that much action.
But that first day, we just went in and, trail.
Yeah, but didn't we talk about when we did hit that to the first water hole on day 1?
Mm-hmm.
When we did walk down it, like nothing was really fresh, technically.
It was the same.
So we decided day 2 to set up on that second right away. And now you already talked about your gear, chair failure. What happened,
So we were in
Brian, day 2?
We were in like a square, like an open square.
When did we move?
It's where the water well. So y'all started in the right of way on the fresh scat.
Kind of looks like this, right? So it was a meadow, squared off meadow, and your tank was down here.
Supposed to be full
You're
water
supposed to be tank.
tank.
And you came in right here. So we both came in and we started walking the side. Brian stopped about
Like on the northeast?
and then I came around
You're more on the
midway
north
to the
side.
top. And it's more of an open area. So if you've ever hunted, I don't know if anybody.
Like 2 foot grass, 3 foot grass?
Yeah,
maybe?
but it was grass. Where most other places in
Some
this area
places was like
briar
a
and
foot and a
thicket,
half. Other places like 3 foot.
but it's not briar and thicket.
Nah.
You can walk through this.
Yeah.
A lot of this Schaleben unit you can't walk through. So if you had, for ease of math, 3,500 acres, in reality, 3,500 acres isn't huntable.
Yeah.
I would hazard to say less than 1,000 is actually huntable because you're not busting briar. And some of that shit's stupid thick. Deer ain't getting through there.
Yeah.
And we figured that out on today.
Day 2.
Well, yeah, we started figuring that out day 2 is they're using these grassy areas that don't have that underbrush as transition areas. That's where they're moving. That's kind of what we thought because we saw the fresh sign. And you want to tell them about?
Take us through what happened there, Brian.
What time did we move that? Did we start there in the morning? No.
No, y'all started in the right of way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we
then we
didn't
went
stay there
to-
long.
Then y'all moved. It was
Like
like 9:30.
Yeah, it was not long before we moved into the grassy area.
Yeah, so we moved. We set up like he said. He was on the north. I was on the northeast corner-ish. Set up by a little trail.
Kind of had like a 90-degree
Yeah.
crossfire.
So it's a big ass square.
Yeah. And I stayed up for
It's
like an hour or so. I think I stayed up.
1,000 by 1,000 yards.
It's like an acre.
Easy.
Yeah. About an acre and a half.
1,000 by 1,000.
Yeah.
No, maybe not 1,000. 500 by 500.
I don't know what time it was. I took a nap. It was like 11 maybe. I took a nap. I was out for like an hour. Woke up.
So where I was set up like under some cedar trees that had
And you
come
ranged,
together.
what was it, like 75 yards from you or something? You said
90, no, something like that.
75.
So like the two
95.
cedar trees were growing together and underneath was all dirt. And there was like a hole right in the middle. So I'm like, that looks convenient. So I got down there and I put my blind up and I can't see over the blind unless I do this. And then once I see over the blind, it's just like a foot of grass. That's all I saw. And so, but if I leaned back, I would see Brian, and I was ranging him and, checking your rangefinder, seeing what Brian was doing because I'm nosy. And I look over at one point and I just see his bow. I'm like, he's probably taking a dump. No biggie. And I look back over like 30 minutes later, all I see is still his bow. I'm like, he's gone. He's out. He's taking a nap.
Yeah, so I was out. I woke up, I don't know, like 12:30-ish, I think. Something like that. Sometime like that. And woke up and I was hot and the sun was out. It was hot. So I was like, these animals are hot. They're not going to move. So I was like, let me take off my boots, my socks, let my feet air out a little bit.
90 degrees.
Yeah. And like a minute after I'd done that, I'm sitting there and then I see something moving out of the corner of my eye and like, what the fuck?
It was not me.
Yeah, no, it wasn't him. And I see it was a big cow walking in. And I should have, in hindsight, I shouldn't have, but I started signaling Chris, trying to give him the old
Have y'all seen the meme? I know everybody's seen it.
And I was pointing at him. I was like, and he's like,
I know everybody's seen the meme, right? With the monkey doing the signs and then the dude. That was me. I was just.
Because the way it was like directly in front of him, which I didn't know until afterwards. There was another tree that it was standing behind that he couldn't see it. But so I thought he could have had a better option to get it.
So say that Chris did see it. How far do you think it would have been away from Chris?
No more than 50 yards.
Yeah, I could have made the shot.
That's prime, baby.
And so that lounger is like one of them old school beach chairs where you're laying like this off the ground.
Yeah.
And so when I look over and Brian's doing this, I'm like, he fucking sees something. And so I try to just pop up like I'm in my 20s, right? Both my hamstrings lock up. I've been laid out for an hour and a half, 2 hours at this point. And I try to just come up out the chair, both hamstrings. I'm down. I hit the knees. I'm like, come on, Brian, you gotta take it off. You got this, Brian, because I'm out. I'm down for the count. Yeah, I was down for a good minute till the hamstrings got back.
I'm not making.
So I was signaling him, and I see he wasn't getting it. So I was like, I was doing the whole.
Don't worry about it.
Like,
don't worry about it.
Stop
I was
moving.
like, fuck it.
Stop
I guess
moving.
I was like, all right, I tried to put on my boots real quick, and then I grabbed my bow, and I wasn't prepared. I was not, because.
So little birdie told me that you had your boots off, and your socks,
and my socks off, everything. So I slipped on my boots without the socks, slipped them on, and then I grabbed my bow, and like I said, I was all fucked up. I released what I normally keep it hanging on the D loop, and it wasn't. So I was like, oh shit, where's my release? I find the release, and by the time I was ready to go, I ranged it. It was like 65 from me, so it was a doable shot. But by the time I was ready, it didn't run off, but it did its little weird fucking hops they do to get out of there.
And you say 60 is a doable shot. I think 60 is a doable shot for any halfway decent archer, to be honest with you.
On a nail guy, yes.
Because their vital is the size of your torso.
Yeah.
It's not like you're hitting a whatever you want to call it, a pie plate at 60. You're hitting a fucking big beach ball, if not bigger.
Yeah. But there was also like a little tree in front of me that was hard for me I would have had to have creeped around it. But like if I would have had to do it again, I would have just left Chris alone, and I wouldn't even put on my boots, which would have just slapped on the release. And
great job, Chris. You messed it up.
Creep around to the left side.
I should have just signaled Brian back. Be Pocahontas. Go with no boots. Fucking go. I'm going down.
Not only can Chris not hear, he can't see.
I'm fucking deaf and apparently blind.
Man, happy birthday. 40 years old, dude. It's catching up to you.
No, yeah, I should have just tried to work around the left side of that tree, because it was focused on, like, I guess when Chris was moving, it started like it was focused.
Probably heard me go,
yeah.
I hamstring caught.
So I think I could have worked around the left side of that tree, and I could have attempted to get at least send an arrow.
Now that seeing them in person, And I didn't get the look that y'all got. I got the look running away. Knowing our shooting abilities, I don't think any one of us would have a problem shooting 75, 80 yards at one. Just because of the size of the vitals.
Not at all. Fully confident. Broadheads are flying good out to that range. I was 100% ready to take a far shot.
I mean,
like
we shoot
100%.
what? We regularly shoot broadheads out to 100
Oh, easily.
for a reason.
I definitely would have been confident.
Before this, I said 60 was my limit, but I would have sent it though if it was 80.
Yeah.
I still would have sent it. But
Knowing now, so that's one of the things I underestimated coming on this hunt. The actual fucking size of these animals.
I mean, we heard
are huge,
We
man.
heard 600, right? We heard 600 pounds.
Yeah. But yeah, you see the number, but you don't see the animal.
And they're
600
not
pounds of the
they're not
animal.
wide. They're not super wide.
They're fucking tall though.
They're just it's like a hyena
tall.
build.
They're like a midget giraffe.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
They're-
They're
they're-
solid midget giraffe.
And they're not very wide. So everything, I feel like most of their weight, probably 70% of their weight, is from their armpits forward.
They look like Josh Bomar.
That skip leg day.
Yeah.
It looks like
but
Josh
that's-
Bomar with old Dan's legs.
Stanton.
Yeah, so he's like, fucking midget legs.
What are
running
those
around.
dudes that are on the horses or
Wait,
whatever?
no. What's you remember Deadpool when he got his fucking shit cut off? He's got the baby legs. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, but they're huge, man. So
And they move so fast.
they're very slow, but they're very fast.
And so
They move slow, but they're very fast.
that first day, we didn't really know what fresh scat looked like either.
Learned a lot on this
did.
trip. Learned a lot.
So the size, we learned the size, large acorn, maybe $50. That's a mature size scat for a cow. We never saw a bull, so there may be some difference, but also the coloring. We thought brown, as long as it was brown and fresh looking, that was fresh. But in reality, it's like a yellowish green.
Honey mustard.
That's fresh. Because if it's brown, it's dried already.
Yeah, it's starting to dry. So that was day 2. That was the encounter, right?
And they use path of least resistance. Following them
Yes.
through the woods is a lot like following a herd of cattle. Like when you've seen people free range herd of cattle like that, and they create big right of ways in the woods because they take the path of least resistance
It
and
literally looks like it's like mowed down. Like
it's
Legit.
like following cattle.
Yeah. Legit. They smell like cattle.
They do.
Smell like livestock.
When they're
smell exactly
when they're
like
dropping
livestock.
scat, you're smelling livestock,
100%.
which is that was something new to us too. We're like,
Yeah.
because there's a cattle ranch right next to the. So we're like, what is going on? We learned a lot.
Oh, for sure.
I,
That was
yeah,
just
because
day
you
2.
thought there was actually cows on the thing.
Yeah.
the
I
way it
was
smelled.
like,
You're
man,
like,
goddamn, I smell cattle. I smell back home.
right? Like that's all of our first thing. Like that's Angus. Yeah, no. But
So
that was day
that
2.
was that encounter.
That was
What
day
else
2.
happened day 2? Something else happened day 2.
oh, when he was relaxing in his
I finished the chair off while I was relaxing.
after he bent it back into place, and Elvis told him, I wouldn't lean back in that. He's like, oh, I'm not going to. I'll just lean up against the chair. He proceeded to lean back in it, and
It went.
the chair was no more.
I feel like the chair's like, finish him.
He leaned back, and he's like, help me up.
Yeah, I could. So I leaned back, and I'm not the most athletic guy anymore, but for my size, I feel like I'm pretty athletic and I move pretty well. I mean, how many guys 385 and the 395 that ain't a pro athlete to move like I move? But at that point, you do a sit up, right? And you go parallel and you come up. I was past parallel. That chair was in the middle of my back. I wasn't coming up. I was done. I would have been kicking my legs and look like a fucking turtle, like the old Ninja Turtles. Help me, I can't get up. Brad, just give me your hand. Help me out, Brad.
That was hilarious. Yeah, so where'd y'all end up? I forgot where y'all ended up sitting that evening
You ended up sitting almost directly
on the water.
on the square
Woodby.
for me. So,
I
yeah,
sat there.
where I was
You
at
went
one
to
end
the
of the square.
southwest corner, right?
Yeah, I went.
And I was at the northwest corner.
Yeah, and I went back to pretty much the northeast.
But there was a trail between us that's heavily used, but it goes to the private property. All roads led to the private property.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what-
Everything.
he's got
All the
water.
sign.
He's got feeders. He's got feeders set up.
Yeah.
He's got clear cut from his fence
To the
30
refuge.
yards,
Yeah.
30,
To the
40
refuge.
yards. No, I mean, like on the inside too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, his fence line is clear for 30 yards all the way around on the inside. I hate to be this guy. I think he knows what he's doing. I think he probably before, I think it was like 2021, they started hunting this property. Like, the wildlife refuge was like, hey, let's open it up, make a little money. I bet, and we talked about it, he was probably hunting this property. I mean, he owned the middle of it.
Yeah, wouldn't you? At least you would open your fence a little bit.
Right,
I didn't know
open your
that hole was there.
fence. And so I wonder how little we see of sign is a causality of him tweaking his property to bring all the game in. Because technically this wasn't a Nalgai hunt. We got drawn for archery deer,
Yeah.
but he has 3 or 4 feeders set up on the fence line.
Mm-hmm.
He's got ponds that look
Couple blinds
dug.
too.
Got blinds. He's got ponds that look dug out, and caliche roads go into these ponds. I mean,
Directly to them. Yeah.
I'm not blaming the guy.
No, I ain't mad at him. It's just
It's his property to do with what he wants. But that being the case, this is not a unit for archery hunters.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't put in for it next year.
Unless they say, hey, that tank should have had water. It's going to have water. We're guaranteeing it next time.
if that tank has water in it, I guarantee you would kill.
Absolutely.
100%.
And there's even that spot where the trail tees off going back towards that square. It's the one oak tree that I saw on the whole 3,500 acres that could support a saddle.
Mm-hmm.
And if that tank is got water, then that's a right of way.
Yeah, they're moving there.
And I'm there and I'm fucking shit up. Even my big ass in a saddle. But
Day 2, almost.
It's
Almost.
what?
Almost.
Almost. That's a good time.
Should have been. Should have.
Day
Well-
3, morning.
Should have. Could have.
Day 3 morning.
Yeah, this morning.
What did we do this morning?
Went hunting.
Well, I think we all decided to still hunt. Like we're gonna work that road where we seen the
So-
freshest sign.
Yeah, so y'all went back to the freshest, almost the same as day 2.
I went back
Almost.
to the T
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
sat
started
the
at the
tee.
T on.
on Friday.
No, on the where you were. I was there Thursday. That's where I
Yes.
remember. That's where I started.
So I went where
Yeah,
you
but
went.
I didn't have no chair, and it was kind of miserable. I didn't have no chair, no pad.
I
No,
had my chair. I had my little half turkey blind kind of
yeah.
style. It's still the hub, so it still pops up. It's 3 panels, So I could kind of just back up into the woods, pull it towards me, sit in my chair. I was comfortable. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it was nice. I didn't see shit, but it was. I didn't until I went to use the bathroom, which I think is a different story. So
Day 3. Now we're on day 3.
now we're on day 3.
Get set up. I went back to my little cubby hole over that water. My way there.
The water that wasn't water.
So I was excited though. I really thought something was gonna
Did
pop
you see
out.
fresh shit?
Fresh,
A lot of
fresh.
fresh.
I'm talking like where the water should have been. Like I guess a couple of deer just walked through there for old memories of where the water used to be, and they just shit right in there.
Hey guys, y'all remember when Astroworld was out
They
here?
were showing the kids like, "Hey, this is where
two
we used to get water
fresh
from."
shits, like 2 fresh ass shits there, and then more now guy droppings right there on that corner too. So I was like, man, what happened today? I don't
Also,
know.
let's also say there was full moon the last couple of nights.
Yes,
It was probably a lot of nighttime movement.
full moon, bright moon.
Right.
You can turn your headlamp off and walk in if you wanted to. So that had a
When
lot
we
to do
turned
with
the
it
corner
too.
to go down that right away, you didn't even need your
No.
headlamp
That
on.
caliche was lit
I was
up,
really
man.
spotlighting for now guy. This is what I was really doing.
Hey, it's an exotic
That's how
animal.
fresh that scat was this morning though.
Yeah.
Like it was. They just had to. Man, maybe.
And so we're
But,
confident.
say an
what
hour
was
tops.
what was the first thing that happened when we turned down that Caliche Road this morning?
This morning. God damn it! What happened?
right, look.
Anybody got any of those Hey Dude wipes?
I was in a.
So hold on, time out. Dad always told me to always pack TP,
All right.
no matter what,
So do you know?
at all costs.
Do you know where my dude wipes are?
Nope.
They're in my comfort pullout.
Oh,
You know what else is in that comfort pullout?
yeah. Explain your comfort.
Yeah, what's your comfort
fire
pullout?
pull
So
out?
I use the pullouts. Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah. Oh,
I use
that's
those
okay.
pullouts,
Yeah.
right?
But you got a comfort.
The comfort pullout. That's the one that has the dude wipes, the coffee, the little stove boiler.
Oh, that I asked you. I said, "Do you want me to? I'll pack it." But you're like,
That's the one. But not thinking to myself, I just threw the dude wipes in there. Usually dude wipes are in there in my bag regardless. Like I got dude wipes in my truck. If I ever need to shit on the side of the road. So as I'm walking, I can feel it rumbling. I'm like, I'm gonna have to take oh boy, it's gonna be bad. And I think to myself, oh damn. My dude wipes. And we're not even, because it's a mile walk before we got to turn
it took
left.
us
Mile
40,
and a half.
took us 40 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's a mile straight and then you turn left.
Yeah.
We weren't half of that mile and I was already feeling it. Before we got there, I was like, I forgot my fucking,
Is that why you started slowing down?
I was thinking about going back. Like, man. And I was running through my options in my head. I was like, well, if they don't have them, I got socks, but I don't really want to use my socks because I busted a blister on my left leg, on my left heel. I got a blister. I'm like, I'm gonna sacrifice the game bags. Fuck it. I'm gonna wipe my ass with game bags. I don't know what they're made out of. So I'm running through the options in my head, right? Like I'm thinking to myself, I'll get a ticket. I'll rip this vest up, this blaze orange vest. I'm gonna wipe my ass with blaze orange, you know?
I'll highlight your shit.
Yeah. Luckily, and I guess I was being allowed.
He was pretty
We
loud.
already established you're blind and deaf, okay?
I needed.
He walked
We
up,
cut the corner, yeah. Go ahead,
and me
bro.
and Elvis are whispering to each other, "Hey, we're gonna go here." And Chris walks up.
Getting on the
"Hey,
same
anybody
page.
got any
I
of
was
them
panicking, like I need some fucking white because at that point I felt like I was about to turtle head, right? Because you ever notice like if you got to do something but you don't have the right things to do it, all of a sudden like if you got to shit and you're not near a toilet, all of a sudden you got to shit terribly bad,
Yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? Well, I had to shit and I have no way to wipe my ass. So it's like my body was like, oh, you can't wipe your ass. You're going to shit right now. You're going to shit on yourself. So I'm like fucking panicking, thinking I'm going to have shit down the back of my pants. I'm like, oh my God, please let one of these guys have some fucking wipes. So I was probably a little loud. I mean, I'm a loud
we were
person.
whispering.
anyways.
Me and
We're
gonna
getting
go
on the
here,
same
I'm gonna go
page.
here,
Yeah, getting
and-
on the same page.
and Chris walks up. Anybody got them dude wipes? I feel the shit burning.
And so I had
Came
to,
from left field, didn't he?
I've been like, you know, when you really got to go bad, you start sweating. So I'm sweating, not from the walk in. I'm sweating because I got to shit, right? And Elvis is like, all right, I'll get you some. So he starts handing me dude wipes. I'm just give me a couple, man. And he's like, one for you, two for you, three for you. And I'm just like, bro, just give me some. He's just all dainty with it. I'm like, finally, I was like, that's enough. I grabbed my stuff.
Just trying to make sure you kept your odor down. The way the game didn't smell you. All right,
Well, so
man?
let's talk about that. I just now realized when we got in the truck, I was smelling dude wipes all day because I ended up sticking them in the like where I'm a bino harness. I got where the bladder goes,
Back, yeah.
right? So I ended up not shitting. Like I went to shit and as soon I dropped my stuff where I'm gonna sit up here, and I went like 10 yards down and cut in the woods. I'm like, that's a tree, right? So I'm fixing to do my whole little 2 hands squat, you know, so I don't shit on my pants. As soon as I walk up to that tree, the urge to shit has left me, and I'm just standing there pissed, like, all right, whatever. So I throw
Get
them.
all of that.
I throw them in that hydro pack area. Well, the ones you have are like the medicated herbal ones.
You smell good.
I have been smelling that all day, and I'm like,
Was that when you got in the truck? That's what you were talking about?
yes.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what the fuck is that smell? It's been them dude wipes in my bino harness right here. And that might be why the gnats were all over me.
No,
They were
all
smelling
over
that
me, too.
witch hazel shit.
They were everywhere today.
Shit smells good, dude.
I'm not saying it smells bad. Didn't know where the fuck it was coming from.
I got more shit to talk to, but at the same time, whenever he walked up talking about that, I was in a bind too. But I was trying to play it cool, so I was trying to like hurry up, tell Elvis where we're gonna go. And when he said who got dude wipes, I said I'm gonna use mine.
Oh God! I was like, he's got a shit too.
I started walking, and it's like one of those situations when you're driving down the road and you just like, oh, I gotta find a gas station to pull over. So I'm walking, and I went like 3 feet in the woods and let.
Speaking of shit in the woods, I mean, I didn't do it
Long
this
story
trip.
short, there's shit everywhere this morning. Because I went too.
So the person that needed to go the worst didn't end up going.
Yeah.
So we've all shit in the woods, right? Usually you do the whole hang
Very
on,
peaceful.
right? Like you hang on the tree and you move your feet forward and you squat down, right? That's normally how you do it. I've never had a better experience than when I was in Colorado because I found a tree on like a 45-degree angle. So as I'm taking a shit, that stuff is dropping like 5 feet. Ain't no way I'm getting dirty. I'm shitting at a 5-foot fucking drop. There ain't no splashback on my pants. I'm like, this is awesome. Plus it's like 40 degrees. I'm just like, oh, feels great. Ain't no bears coming today. Sorry, Fred. And because you're at a 45-degree angle and you're shitting. I got this long torso, so I can get some angle on there. That shit drops 5 foot. You're best experience I ever had. Anyways,
Yeah, so mine ended up screwed. I ended up having to go because I couldn't. Where I was planning on setting up, that's where I was like, I had to
Go a
change
little
up
bit further.
Yeah, I had to go, so I had to go sit a little further than where.
So
what I planned on.
continuing with the bathroom theme today, I get up. What was it, about 8:30 when I sent y'all that video?
Oh, the dough?
Brian had been seeing does cross the road.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what time
Brian was
it?
covered up this morning.
And they were just far enough to where it would have been an awkward shot for him, and they weren't really stopping for him, right?
Yeah, because like that area they were crossing, it's like I don't know, maybe
10 yards.
yeah,
It's not
like
very wide.
two of
Yeah.
these tables put together, maybe.
So they would get there, right? Or you explain, you're the one that saw them. But from what you told me, they would get there.
They would just like look
They
both
would look
ways and
both
cross
ways.
Yeah.
And just haul ass,
Just cross-
right?
Yeah,
I mean,
trying to see what.
All right,
time
son, we're crossing traffic. Look left, look right, look left again. Fucking run!
yeah.
So-
I mean,
So Brian was covered up.
yeah,
Can't see.
I come out and I've got to take a leak. But I'm also a naturally curious person. So I take my binoculars and I stare down the tee, kind of towards where you're sitting, or the entrance to where you're sitting. I don't see nothing. I look to the right, I don't see nothing. So I put my binoculars up and I'm not one to pee near where I sit. We had this talk. I got to go. Like, I don't want to smell pee. I got to go like 20 or 30 yards down. So I go 20 or 30 yards and I turn into pee and I'm taking a leak. And I look to my left and there's a doe just staring at me. She had just come out the trail and she's just like,
It wasn't even. It was 7:48 when you sent that video.
yeah. So she looks at me and she's just looking at me. Nice dick, bro. So I pulled which I didn't know the shirt zipper was on the left-hand side in this particular Sika shirt because I was bitching about it the night before, remember? I was like, there's no fucking zipper. I don't like this one.
doesn't have a fucking zipper on it. And I'm like, hey, Chris, it's right there.
He wore it all day.
Because every other Sitka is right here for a right-hander.
So
The Equinox
I'm glad
is
they
for some
finally
reason-
cured my problem, okay?
Well, I mean, you could have put one on both sides.
Everything is right-handed. I'm
didn't-
left-handed.
You didn't when you ordered it. It has left-handed, right-handed.
It did?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Shut up, Brian. Shut up, Brian.
You start reading. As much as you read, you just start reading. Pay attention to detail.
So here I am. I'm using the bathroom and I'm trying to sneak my phone out so I can take a video of her too. And she ain't but about 20, 30 yards. And I realized something. You always got to take your bow when you go pee. Because I had a perfect shot opportunity.
Yeah.
You're 20 yards away from your bow.
Yeah, because he sent that video, and I'm looking at him like, why didn't he?
Yeah.
Why didn't you shoot? Why
I
are you
didn't
recording
zoom
the
in
shoot?
on that video either. Like there
All
was
that's going on. I'm in my cubby home. I'm like, fuck, man, I ain't seen shit over here.
right. So
And I get a video of a fucking doe in like 10 yards.
and
I'm
she's
like,
a good doe. She's
Yeah.
old,
yeah, she's mature doe.
very
Big,
long
yeah, big.
face, pretty
She
wide.
was stocky in the front, but had a small waist. That was weird to me.
That's okay. I like chesty women.
10-4. But I get the video. I'm like, why the fuck is he sending me a video instead of a kill shot? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why the hell?
Where's
Now
the
that-
bloody arrow?
It's recording instead of shooting.
Now it all makes sense.
So
because you had your PP in your hand. You didn't have your bow.
No, I didn't have my bow. So, but this is the cool part. She doesn't know what I am.
Because he had Sitka.
She knows I'm
Yeah.
something.
What did you call my element outdoor?
A second tier
Okay.
camo.
So you had first tier camo on.
No, because obviously I didn't have my hood on at first, but I also had my quite pale penis out, which may not be large, but it's pale. So it's probably like a little fucking Christmas light just out right there. Right?
What the fuck is that earthworm doing hanging out?
Why is it glowing? So, right. So as she turns away, I zip back up and I pop my little hood up and I put my nose thing on and she looks at me and she, at no point is she worried. I mean, y'all saw the video. That was pre me zipping up and everything. Like my hood was open, my junk was out. Like, and I'm not like, I don't pull through the zipper. So like my pants were at my fucking ankles and my fucking underwear down to my knees, right? So my ass is open and everything at that point. There was no, she was not bothered.
So you pissed like a toddler.
Be in the middle of the woods, yeah. I piss like a toddler, whatever. I don't pull it out through the zipper in the middle of the woods. All right, I told you I had a moist situation all day, so anytime I could
Damn, we're getting
air
personal on
out
this
my
podcast.
ass
This
today.
is a personal podcast.
Anyways, so once I threw the hood, she would look at me, and it was like she was looking through me. And she would turn, and I'd back up, right? Like I do a little reverse shuffle. I got to within
Pants
like,
down?
no, motherfucker, I put my
you already
pants
had 'em
on.
up? Okay.
Yeah, I put my pants on.
Well, you didn't say that, so I had to know. I'm like, that's pretty impressive.
I pulled my
That's-
pants up. Pulled my pants up,
Yeah.
got everything situated. She let me go back 15 yards slowly, unbothered, completely unbothered. And I'm like, I might be able to get my bow and shoot this bitch. My hands smell like pee, but whatever. Like,
So what you're saying is, because you had tier 1 camo on, just the top, not the bottom, because you had tier 1 top camo on.
And he had like tier 5.
whoa,
Pants.
that's Tractor Supply pants. All right. Shout out Tractor Supply.
Yeah, put some spec on them rich
Those
cuts,
are rich
baby.
cuts, $20 a pair. Feel like pajamas after about 3 washings. Perfect pants.
I like the Wrangler.
Hey,
ones.
all due respect, you
I
didn't
don't
answer
have
my
that
question.
page. What was your question?
Because you had a tier 1 top camo piece on.
Cheers.
Is that why you were able to walk backwards?
No, I
Walk to your boat?
I honestly think it's because I didn't move until she wasn't looking, but also the wind was playing in my favor. It was blowing at me.
Yeah.
And so I'm walking back, and she in no hurry, she finally just kind of turns and goes back in a trail, meandering. And as soon as she did, I don't want to run because I'm a big guy. So it's like, I'm not fucking running. All right. So I get my bow and I try to go down the trail. She's disappeared.
Yeah, they disappear quick.
Very, because that thicket,
yeah.
you know, that
Man, dude.
I sent a picture to a couple people of how thick that stuff is. 2 to 3 steps past the opening, you're 2-3 steps into the trail, even the noise is different. Like it's so thick that you're not hearing things, and that's what makes it hard on an archery hunt. You know, because it's not like you can rifle if you have a heavy enough bullet. Like I shoot a 308, right? In this particular hunt, I probably would have gone with a 180 grain core lock, deadliest mushroom in the woods, but I'd have gone something heavier to punch through some fucking, leaves if I needed to. And
I kept thinking about if we did get something and it turns off in the woods, it was going to be a bitch
what are we
trying
gonna
find
do?
it. Yeah.
We're field dressing it with thorns in our ass. Words like
so
you ain't pulling that.
remember if you
You're not
asked me if
pulling
I
that
had
in a while.
paracord,
Yeah.
That was the reason I carried
100%.
paracord.
I got the not the 550. Maybe what is the next size up? 650 or whatever.
I got 550.
Okay, well mine's thicker than 550. The one I got. So.
I was planning on stringing it up with paracord
Oh, absolutely.
in the middle, wherever it was.
Just like that.
And you know what? I've even seen people in those situations. They quarter it with the skin on,
Yeah.
and then just drag that out and
That
skin
probably
it
would have
later.
been the best thing to do.
Absolutely.
Skin it with the skin on.
That's how thick that shit is. Then it's mainly all thorns and shit.
It's briar.
Yeah, it's
It's cedar. It's
not nice.
no.
Yeah, day one I got a thorn in my ass.
And so that's
Look
why.
at my hands, dude. I got goddamn spots all over it, and this one swelled.
Well,
up.
that's
My
why I was
hands-
hesitant to wear the Sitka pants because they're not thick pants. And the ridge cut is like a canvas, and yeah, they're loud,
They're very loud.
but I ain't get a single thorn in my
he didn't
ass.
want to mess up his bougie camo.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
I ain't get a single
you
thorn in
don't
my
want
ass.
to mess up the tier 1 camo pants. You got to keep those for when you.
They were dark green.
renew your vows or what?
Maybe.
Saving them for the
Wear your
perfect
most
time.
expensive suit to our vow renewal.
Lori, I'm wearing Sitka at our vow removal.
Also about.
I would not I wouldn't make it, guys. Lord, shoot me.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah, so that's your encounter of the morning, right?
yeah. But
Okay.
that's doe number 7.
No, at that time
no.
it was probably like 3 or 4,
Yeah.
3.
But
Because I
we're
have seen a couple of.
I mean, this ain't even 8
That's the
o'clock.
east
and
end.
we've
You're on the
seen through-
east end, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the very east.
So now let's hop over to the west end.
Yeah.
That's what Brian was saying.
Yeah.
yeah, I was. What the? Yeah, I think I'd already sent you a couple of texts, right? By that time that I'd seen a couple of doe. Of course, that area was 10 yards wide, maybe. Crossing from the south going to the north. But then, like we said, they look left, look right, and then they cross.
Come
And
on, dude.
every time I thought that was it, there was not going to be no more coming because I stayed in the same spot instead of trying to get. They were all like what I say, 100 yards, maybe 200 yards, maybe. Couldn't remember at first. I think it was 200 yards.
And I wonder because they acted like that, they've been shot off the road before. People have done what we did.
That's the only way to get them, I think.
really, yeah.
Yeah. So instead of moving closer, because I was like, that's it, I'm not going to see no more. So then I ended up falling asleep. I think early today. It's like 9:30.
But they
Because
kept
I stayed up
coming.
for watch the Tyson fight. Me and you stayed up to watch that.
We did, and
bullshit last
I'm
night.
gonna say it. It broke my heart.
Yeah.
I went to bed because I heard it.
Yeah,
I told Brian too.
It broke my
he,
heart.
He didn't look 58. He looked like 78.
But you know, you see that post he put on Facebook?
No.
He made a good point. He almost died a couple months ago.
Yeah. Well, that's why it canceled. Well, because he had I think it was an ulcer
attack?
flare.
He
or some
lost
shit.
half his blood. He had a heart attack and he lost half his blood. He had like 8 or 9 blood transfusions or some shit like that.
Yeah, he didn't have no business.
That was not the guy that we saw training for the last year.
Yeah.
And he pulled a couple of punches, yeah. Because I think he pulled them because Jake Paul, to his
I think
credit,
he was pulling them too.
was pulling a lot of punches. Because there was a few where you just saw him kind of touch Tyson's forehead. Like, bro, you could have rocked his shit.
Yeah.
To his credit, Jake
Yeah,
Paul.
I don't think he wanted to make him look that bad. So yeah.
He really backed off. And I'm not a Jake Paul fan by any stretch of the imagination. But to me, he wasn't going to destroy Tyson's legacy by destroying
Yeah, it could have
him
been 10 times worse
at
than
not
it
his
was,
peak, you know? So I think they both pulled a few punches. Now, Tyson made $20 million.
Yeah, they both got paid. So
I'll go get my ass full for $20 million.
Bro, fuck around.
Don't pull no punches. I will be just fine.
you'd be Allen on the Hangover.
And you saw some, every now and then he'd have the classic, wah, wah. Well, he's got the quick head, but it was like winded
Yeah,
instantly.
he
man.
couldn't do it. Yeah,
And it was really,
He's fucking 58,
and he
dude.
was and he was in there. He was in there with a knee wrap on it. When have you ever seen a boxer with a knee wrap?
knee wrap.
I've never seen
Even
a boxer.
coming out.
58. Am I the only one not getting this? He's 58
No, yeah, that's what we're
years
saying.
old.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Multiple fucking shots to the head throughout his goddamn career.
So he tripped coming out. Like as soon as he started walking out, he tripped, and you could see it in his eyes.
So when he left, they put up a handicap ramp or what?
Look, I'm gonna be
I'm just
completely
saying,
honest. I'm gonna
like,
be
he's
completely honest.
58.
Be completely honest. There was a few hard shots by Paul, and I don't think he meant them to be that hard, but Tyson didn't lisp after the fight. That's all. I mean, he got caught a few times. He ain't had the lisp. That wasn't there. That motherfucker knocked the lisp out his fucking voice, all right?
We're spending too much time on this pointless fight.
Well, that's why I fell asleep like early.
Yeah,
It's like 9 o'clock,
that is the
9:30.
reason.
That's why Brian took his early nap at 9:30.
Yeah, it was like 9:30.
And we have a group text, right? Like we've had a group chat way before this hunt. And so that's how we knew what would be asleep. They just stopped responding. Oh, well, we know he's got service. He was responding 10 minutes ago. That motherfucker's just asleep.
For sure, he's napping.
Yeah, so I kept seeing does. I saw probably, I don't know. Today I think I seen like 7, maybe 6, 7 does. I don't know. It could have been the same 2 fucking with me going back and forth. But
I really don't think they were like crossing.
No, they weren't going
and
back
then
and
running
forth,
around.
no.
Like, hold on, let's fuck with this guy.
no,
Cross again.
they all went north. Only like I seen maybe 2 come back south, but all of them were going north, going north. So finally, I decided. I don't know what time it was. It was before 12, huh?
It was before 12.
I moved further down. Chris showed up and you took a trail, huh?
Yeah.
Like you found a trail off.
Chris
going
took
to
a
the north?
detour.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found the bedroom.
Yeah.
As Elvis put it, I kicked in their door.
You fucking swat their bedroom or their house.
And I found out some things about myself on this hunt. You would think, being a larger guy, coming from a whitetail experience, sitting in blinds, tree stands, hunting in Bar X, where I'm sitting in a lazy boy in a shop, messing with my wife's uncle's truck, that I would be more apt to just sit around. I can't do it. In about 2 or 3 hours, I got to move.
Yeah. I mean, it does. Like my ass started. I had that little tripod chair in my ass.
And but it wasn't only that. Like I got bored. There's two or three things are gonna happen. A, I'm gonna fall asleep. B, I'm gonna stand up and walk around. It's kind of like at work. Remember when we had shit to do at work? What had happened? I got in trouble, right? Because I was doing shit I said shit is fucking done, right? Or C, I'm gonna pull out my phone and start reading a book because I'm bored. And if I'm looking here, I ain't looking up, right? So I would pack up. I think I went down that trail. I found the bedding area. I sat in the bedding area for 45 minutes. I was like,
an hour at the most.
fuck it, this sucks. Packed up my 40-pound pack again, went and found another trail, and there wasn't a trail. It was a trail on Onyx. It wasn't a trail in the fucking thing. Here I am walking through Briar, busting that shit. I'm sure y'all heard me. I probably sounded like I heard elephants walking through that shit.
I heard you when you were leaving that. Well, I was pretty sure. I was 99% sure it was you, but I got my bow ready just in case. I was like, maybe it's fucking deer.
Yeah, but you got blown at by a doe when you kicked in their door, right?
No. So
that's when you were leaving, right? Or when was it?
So I originally started off in one bedding area, and after about 5 minutes, I was like, I feel, you feel wide open. Mm-hmm. And I kind of looked, and I found another spot like those cedars, right? It was in between 2 trees, but this was high. It was in between 2 trees where the sun didn't really get a whole lot of penetration. So it was just dirt right there. And so I kind of set myself up there. I didn't put my blind out or anything, but that's where I was sitting. And for whatever reason, I was uncomfortable. My knees were hurting. My back was hurting. I was uncomfortable. And I stood.
You're used to that chair.
I'm not used to that chair. Like I stood and I kind of, stretch. And if anybody's been around me longer than 5 minutes, they've heard my elbows pop or my ankles or my knees pop. Sound like fucking, what's that cereal, the Snap Crackle Pop? Sound like fucking Rice Krispie treats when I move. Years of abuse to the body. But I kind of stood up and I popped my bag. And here, I'm like, bitch. And
where are you?
So my bow is leaned up against a tree right here with the release on there. There's I had just put the carnivore on there. I'd swapped out for the carnivore from the Sever because everything was going to be a close shot. And I was like, And I had taken the quiver off, and the quiver was like in my hand. I'm like, where's this bitch at? I'm getting ready to stab this hoe. And I don't see anything, but to that point, the grass where I'm at, it's a bedding area, right? So everything's beat down, but what's not beat down is like 3 foot high. You're not going to see a doe in that.
Yeah.
If they don't want to be seen, they don't want to be seen. So I sat back down. That's when I text y'all, but I still have that arrow in my hand. I'm like, shank this bitch. But it was like 5-10 minutes later. I'm like, this sucks. Pack up my fucking 50-pound bag again. You know what? I don't mind it because looking at my phone, we were looking at the data with the mileage and everything. I moved the same speed. I think I moved faster today than I did the first day when I didn't have all that stuff in my pack. I moved the same speed whether I got a 15-pound pack or a 50.
So you could have carried the comfort.
I could have.
Pull-out.
I could have had the which had the coffee.
Had coffee.
Yeah, that
We
coffee
would've been
was
taking
nice
3
that
naps.
first day.
Okay.
But the Ignite, I brought Ignite
but
for
it's
everybody.
not coffee though. It's not coffee.
Yeah, but I brought y'all caffeine.
It's not the same, man.
I brought y'all 200 milligram sticks of caffeine because I didn't bring coffee.
I appreciate it, man.
I brought y'all something.
Not coffee.
Yeah, it's not coffee.
So you get up,
Bottle did not last long.
50-pound pack, and you head towards Brian.
Kind of. So I head west.
Yeah, you went further west.
Head west, and then I head south. And south is where I met Brian, but I didn't make it as far as I thought I was going to make it. I found another trail accidentally, right? Because I thought where the trail where I sat the rest of the day, which is where you sat
yesterday, right?
yesterday.
Or the first day.
It was a second day.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Morning.
I didn't make it that far. There was a whole nother trail. I popped out thinking I'm 150, 200 yards from Brian. And no, we're looking at each other in the eye, like 5 foot away, like, what's up, bro? But the sign is there.
Yeah. So
There's
that's
signs
what we
everywhere.
figured. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely game going in and out of everywhere we were.
Path of-
Not the north side.
Path of least resistance.
Yeah. That's what I was getting to. It's not in the thick briars. It's not. They do use the caliche roads and stuff to get to where I'm thinking the now guy are coming out of the grassy areas, shitting in the road, going straight across, just like the deer were, but taking a little bit more time taking shit,
So
then going across.
remember we looked at, if you look on X or Spartan Forge or Google Maps, whatever you want to use, there is that section on that Caliche Road that's different.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we looked at it, and physically it's different. It's not nearly as thick.
Yep.
It reminds me more of East Texas,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's
It's almost like a hayfield with mesquite trees
You talking about where we were at, right?
throughout
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
At the end. Yeah, yeah.
there's no thicket, there's no briars. It's open. It's easy for them to walk and access. That is if you take that 150, 200 yard section, that's where they were coming out.
Yeah,
of.
that's where
That's
all
where
the
they're
traffic
traveling.
all day today.
They're not busting briar. And these things are huge.
Mm-hmm.
And the bulls are even bigger than what we've seen. And they have thicker skin up front, but they don't want to go through that shit.
But what's crazy is that the deer are following the same track.
I mean, so let's put it in vehicle terms. Y'all drive Tacomas. I have that Titan that's a little bigger,
Big man syndrome.
right? So if we're all three driving in a hayfield and I'm in front, are you going to make your own trail or are you going to follow me?
Tacomas could drive wherever you wanted to.
Yeah. You might. We can follow you, but you can't follow us.
Oh, here we go. Goddamn.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
But you understand what I'm saying.
yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
It'd be like,
Yeah.
so it was very apparent, like when we were busting trails Thursday, when we were busting briar, where y'all went wasn't always accessible to me.
Yeah.
Case in point, I shoved down a tree.
Got to
Yeah.
take a call.
Uh-oh. I mean, because that was not accessible to me.
Yeah.
It was a foot too short for me, so I shoved the tree over.
Yeah. So we figured that out. Ease of access, and we narrowed it down to that, like you said, 150 to 200 yard.
Between the three of us, I think we've got Now Guy figured out as far as patterning.
Yeah. So that leads me to this evening. Man, I'm over there at the water well. Ain't seen shit. I've moved twice in the square. Trying to stay in the other passage that we've actually y'all seen the now guy. I said, man, I'm gonna let those guys have that over there. They're seeing shit. I don't want to fuck it up for them. They let them shoot whatever it is. I want somebody to kill something.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Because I think we never said it. I think all three of us non-verbally agreed we were going to split whatever we shot 3 ways.
Yeah.
Whether it was a little ass javelina or a fucking 600-pound cow.
Oh yeah.
We was going to split it 3 ways.
Yeah. But like I said, I was letting y'all have your thing, but Brian said I knew you were to the west of Brian now. And Brian was kind of in the middle. He's like, man, I just seen another doe. Can't believe it.
Bro.
To the east of me. Go
he
back
was
to the
covered
south.
up
Yeah.
with doe.
I'm like, okay, so Chris is on the west. Brian's in the middle. I said, I'll text you, hey, you mind if I just come sit on that east side or whatever? Yeah, come on. So there I am, packing up my shit. I had a whole chingazo going on.
you built a little shelter and
a little
stuff.
fucking fort, son. I'm like, I ain't seen shit. I'm gonna take me a good nap.
Hey, to your point, where I was sitting today, where you were sitting yesterday, I was sitting there. If we could camp out.
Yeah,
here.
that was like a suite you had there.
Because there's where if you walk past, like where I was set up, if you walk back into the thicket a little bit, there's. And I read a lot of like older novels, like Knights,
Lord of the Rings type shit.
I read some of those too.
Game
but yeah,
of Thrones.
yes. So they talk about sleeping under bushes,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I just got done with a chapter last night where they were traveling down a road and they couldn't find places to stay, so they're sleeping under bushes. So I'm looking at these thick ass bushes that have a 2-foot gap from the dirt, and I'm like, you can get some of those canvas cutter cowboy rolls, you know what I'm talking about, where it's like a sleeping bag built in, but it's a whole canvas like bivvy. We could put 3 here. We could be right here. The water's the problem. Like we could just somebody packs in water, 55-gallon drum of water, like little hand crank pump. We could fucking camp here. Like I spent a good hour daydreaming how we could make a camp right there because we would kill fucking shit if we could sleep there. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. So, like I said, you set up your suite over there to the west of Brian, got all comfortable again after you kicked in the doe's front door.
Hey man, someone's got to do it.
And then Brian, I'll text you, hey, I'm coming over there. You don't mind? Cool. So I get there, walk over there, yada, yada. And I look down all the way to the road on the west. And I see a Sasquatch. So I'm like, that ain't a Sasquatch. So I get my binoculars and I look down the road and I see somebody Happy Gilmore. It's just Chris. It wasn't a Sasquatch. Anywho, I get down the road and I'm walking and I'm like, shit, man, there's a lot of good sign over here again. And like we've been talking about, man, the grass.
And it changes.
Brian texts, hey,
it's a line.
come down to where the grass is growing over the road. So I'm like, yeah, cool.
Because that's where it starts.
I get down there.
That's where the thicket ends and the underbrush thins out.
Mm-hmm. So I get down there, set up, bad. I lean up against the mesquite tree. I don't see shit. It's been a couple of hours.
Which, by the way, I know I was making fun of your camo earlier, but that bottomland, like stripe, blends in with oak so well. I'm a big fan.
Blends in with mesquite too. I'm telling you, I was like that.
I'm a big fan of striped camo. Like,
yeah, I always like tiger stripe.
The orange. So seeing him in that origin tiger stripe from 80 yards away really put an emphasis on how it broke up his
Who, me?
form. No, Brian.
Oh, Brian? Oh,
Seeing
the
him-
origin.
Yeah, so that that horizontal tiger stripe, it really put an emphasis on breaking up the body form. The stripes did, but it does the same thing. Yours are just vertical lines. it's the same thing. It really puts an emphasis on breaking up your lines when you have a tree like the cedar or the oaks that have that same vertical pattern.
Yeah, because that's what I was saying. Like at the end of the day, when I went up to you and I was telling you I was going to go take that middle road, go to the pipeline, and I saw your pack and shit there, but I was like, I thought you were chasing. Yeah, I was like, then I saw you leaned up against the tree.
I'll be honest. I
I
don't
was on my tier 2 game.
I don't buy camo for camo. I buy it for the technology of the clothing. I've not found something as thin as Sitka that's as warm. Like warmth for weight.
So next year will be the year for First Light for me. I want to give them a try. I haven't.
Why not?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
Somebody's gotta do it, right?
I don't buy it for the pattern.
Yeah.
Pattern's a secondary.
It's mostly because of their bibs. I like bibs.
First Light bibs.
Yeah, bro.
See,
Bibs are nice, man.
that's like a normal torsoed person thing. I can't wear bibs.
Yeah. Well, I wore First Light on the first day, but it was just I had that little hoodie. I also have a jacket, but I use that jacket. I don't use it for hunting.
That's what I'm saying though. Like
The jacket's pretty light.
I buy for the technology.
Yeah.
Like Lori's got a Sitka jacket. She doesn't hunt, but she's got the Sitka jacket because it's thin, DWR. You know that durable water resistance, and it's like it's hoodie thin. No, it's just a black one. It's a camp hoodie.
Yeah.
It's hoodie thin, but it's warm as shit.
Yeah, that's like the First Light one I have. It's I can't think of what it's called, but it's like a puffy jacket, but it's a thin puffy jacket, but it's warmer. So I wear it to work whenever I don't have to wear FR. That's my jacket of choice.
I mean, when you're the boss and sit in the truck all day, you can do that.
Hey, man. He says when he works.
So when I don't have to wear FR.
Sorry, when he sits in a cabin, does this?
What do you sit in the office and do?
Shut up.
I'm just asking, man. I'm just asking.
When he's not on his 2-hour lunch breaks.
Yeah.
I've never taken it. Well,
So we're thinking about how we can camp on the refuge. Oh, I'm sending this email real quick.
Well, let's talk about Chris's, before you finish your story, Chris's his taqueria e-scouting that he did before.
Oh, yeah, man. That was fucking impressive,
Look.
man. So after day 2, let's go back. After day 2, it's been a long day. We've been out there. We ain't left since we got there at 5 o'clock in the morning, right?
no, because we're those guys. Like, we're not coming out for lunch.
No.
Yeah.
Pack meat sticks,
just-
snacks, whatever.
Even if we didn't have snacks or meat sticks, we're not coming out. Like, we're just be hungry.
We're just
God,
stubborn.
You had your breakfast sandwich. You had your breakfast biscuit all the way. You're just, fucking, you better make it last.
Make
He
it
had, he had
last.
that
So they
corn
get-
dog.
Yeah.
You know where that comes from? You know where that comes from? I know where it comes from.
Wait, Brian brought up a good point. We gonna talk about your corn dog?
What?
Who
Okay,
eats
hey, tell the story without exaggerating.
who eats the bread off a corn dog before eating the weenie?
I'm sorry, I'm not capable of choking down a corn dog without gagging.
You were
okay?
like a cat. You were like, and then bread. Bread again, then bread again, and then fucking weenie disappeared. And then you're like, you didn't even say no Diddy. I'm sorry.
That's an exaggeration.
That was not an exaggeration.
That's 100% exaggeration.
You skinned it with your tongue.
Okay.
You skinned a corn dog with your tongue, and then you're like, why are you making it gay? You're making it gay. How are you eating it as gay? No bread. Weenie. Sorry.
You
Go
done?
on. It's Brian's fault. Brian brought it up.
You done?
It's his fault.
Okay. I forgot what I was saying now. What were we talking about?
What were we talking about?
Not coming out because we're stubborn.
Oh, yeah.
Where it comes from?
Oh. Get your ass in the house before the street light turns on.
Oh, absolutely.
You got to survive. You're surviving back in the day.
You run inside. You get your little bologna sandwich. You take your Doritos. You go.
See, that's how I know you're privileged because we weren't allowed back inside.
I come up with a sandwich. Motherfucker, you see how big I am? I crushed my Doritos on a sandwich. Slap the top piece of bread and mayo on there. Run outside. Eating
All
while
I
you
had
go.
was water.
Hey, you drink water at those.
Yeah. Don't be the first one because the water hose is hot.
But I can tell you, I've been trying to train Leo. So when I'm hungry, go make your ass a sandwich. I don't care if you're 6. You go make your ass a sandwich. And you know what? When I was 6 making my sandwich, if I got a hold of that turkey, I'm putting an inch of turkey. It's gonna be the side. No, he puts one little slice of turkey, one slice of cheese, one bread.
Hey, Chris is looking all disappointed at me.
I'm looking at Leo. I'm like, hey, we ain't that broke, Leo. Like, you can put some more damn meat on there. Put some mayonnaise or something.
Hey,
man.
put one more slice.
But you know what?
He already gives him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with no jelly.
Well, he won't eat jelly. That's what I'm about to say. Like, the kid won't eat jelly. He won't eat jelly.
That is kind of weird. Peanut butter and bread. I can do peanut butter just out of the jar, but peanut butter and bread, that's dry.
You know what he wants sometimes for breakfast? I just want some peanut butter toast. You want...
Hey, you might be on to something there. Can you imagine making toast with the wet butter and slapping the peanut butter?
No.
No butter.
No butter.
Oh, shit. Come on, Leo. Now I'm disappointed.
So my buddy JP brought up a good point. He's like, that's why he's so fucking big. I said, what do you mean? He's like, that's why he's so tall. You've been feeding that motherfucker protein since he could eat solid food. He ain't been eating shit but protein shakes. He's been eating peanut butter his whole life. That kid will go weeks, like a good 2 weeks sometimes. He won't eat his food. Unless it's rice my mother brings over. I'll make the same damn rice. Same recipe. It tastes the same. I'll even put it in the same Tupperware. Grandma didn't bring that rice over.
Apparently not.
No two people's rice tastes the same.
Never.
No.
Not even if you
may
think it
think.
tastes the same. It doesn't
You may
taste the same.
think.
I have lied to him. That, hey, it's grandma rice. No, it's not.
Because no two people's rice tastes the same.
It's the same.
I still get I get a little offended. I have to get on his ass. You gonna eat that fucking rice? You ain't gonna eat it all.
Everybody finds that one person's rice that they like the best, and that's
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
You know?
It used to be my mom's.
Okay, but
Well, actually, time out. My grandma Antonia.
but
I'd say that.
if you're 6 years old and I make a arroz con pollo and you don't fucking eat, I'm not making you a peanut butter sandwich in 2 hours. You go fucking eat. Eat that goddamn rice. I'm gonna sit here and make you. Yeah,
At least a chicken.
I don't give a fuck. You're eating that whole bowl. Anyways, we're beyond the point. Where are we going?
Stubborn.
So where were you at on the? We're on Elvis's.
Oh, we're talking
Okay,
about
so
you.
I moved down, yeah.
You and
So-
day 3.
Move down. Get set up in my tier 2 camo. Get my pack set out.
Is this one mine or yours?
Spend a couple of hours. Does it have a dent in it?
No.
Then no, it's not mine. Couple of hours go by. I'm like, man, fuck, man.
I
It's
did
kind
not
of
expect
slow.
to finish that fucking bottle.
I gotta. So I had to get up because I've been sitting on my ass. Fucking, I feel like I've been sitting on the shitter for 2 hours. Fucking,
Swamp
legs
ass.
are dead. Yeah, my legs are dead. So I stand up. I lean against the tree.
Because the weather was supposed to be a lot cooler this weekend.
Yeah.
Well, it was
hot as
yesterday.
fuck. Well,
I was-
there was no clouds. When the clouds covered the sun, it was nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not prepared for the amount of swamp ass I got today. I had to, I'm not going to lie to you boys. There was at one point, it's a good thing y'all were 200 yards down because I walked, the little suite, you had that area you could walk back. I walked back. There was a good breeze. There were shades.
Ass air out.
Yeah, I dropped my pants.
That's why the dough stopped coming out.
Pulled my underwear up, had my legs and my thighs and my butt cheeks all out, and I took my shirt off.
Hey, today I took my shirt off today too.
Man.
It got hot. I took off my
I
shirt.
have been moist from the waist down for 2 goddamn days.
And the shirt I had on, I mean, it was a thin. It was like those fishing shirt material.
That is something I've learned. I use Gold Bonds every day.
I took it off and it was hot today.
I use the green medicated Gold Bonds every day. I'm at that age. I powder my nuts every day. I'm bringing that shit next time we go on a hunt. I'll roll in that shit before we get out there. I don't care if I smell like menthol.
It's hot. It was hot.
You smell like Ben Gaines.
Showing my age. Don't give a fuck.
So, anyways, while Chris was over there airing his nuts and asshole out, I was sitting there, and like you said, when the clouds would move, the sun would come out, and Clouds will move over the sun, yada, yada. So long story short, I'm sitting there. I'm leaning up against this mesquite. Stretching.
No. How are you leaning up against the mesquite? No, did the
Oh, I was. I already hit that twice, so I was like this time. I was leaned up and like a sun ray. I don't know. It almost looked like something on the, I don't know. Sun ray hit like this old mesquite.
Are you trying to say Jesus pointed this now guy out to you?
Maybe. And like the sun ray hit like this broken mesquite limb, and the leaves are brown, and it was golden. I was like, what the hell, man? That's beautiful. Like I'm admiring it, you know?
No, did he?
That's beautiful. Now I look over to the left and I see a solid like camel color, like a flat dark earth mixed with a little bourbon, you know? I'm like, the fuck is that? And like, I'm used to seeing all the briars and the tall grass and shit. So I get my rangefinder and I look over there. Oh, fuck. I said, is that a deer? Finally, it picks its head up and it's a fucking now guy. So I start shitting bricks. I'm like, fuck. So I'm standing up, my bow's to my right, set up against the fucking limb. I'm all twisted backwards. I'm like, I'm not ready for this shit. So anywho, somehow, some way, quite impressively, all in one motion, I grab my bow, I drop down to a knee, and I get in position to take a fucking shot. So now that I'm ready, the now guy is, I don't know, approximately 55, 60 yards into the brush.
Wait. Are you saying you're impressed yourself? Is that what you're trying to tell?
It was pretty
quite impressive, but nobody else fucking saw it but you.
I'm just saying, I didn't know I was capable of doing a move like that. Anywho,
You were one of these no diddy, but
I get down on a knee. I'm watching her. I need her. She's probably 55-ish. I need her to take 2 more steps to get to the tree, to clear a tree. I'm ready. Release cock. Boom. Grips right. I'm going through my checklist. 2 more steps. That's all I need. All right, cool. Then I feel the wind swirls, and I feel it hit the back of my mullet I got going on right here. Directly towards that now guy. Almost as impressive as the move I put to get my bow ready to shoot this now guy. That now guy went up me. As soon as that now guy caught my wind, all in one motion, didn't even lift its head up. It just all in one motion. Did that stupid giraffe gallop back to the west. And I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed. I'm not gonna lie.
at that time, I think you text Chris, and I'm walking to Chris. I don't have my bow, and Chris is like giving me hand. He was giving me hand signals too. We gotta communicate better on our hand signals because I didn't know what the fuck he was saying.
I need to go through some flagman
like,
fucking rules.
I'm trying to send Brian back to get his fucking bow because you're like, it's coming to the west. And I'm like, Brian's just walking down the fucking road. It's a Sunday fucking stroll. I'm like, Brian, go get your fucking bow, bro.
Yeah, so
So what I heard from that story, just, quick recap. The problem is your fucking mullet. You didn't cut your goddamn hair.
I was thinking the same thing.
what's wrong with my mullet, man?
Apparently, now guy don't like fucking mullet. Yeah. If you didn't have the mullet, you may not have had the sweat on the mullet that tinkled in the wind and drifted to that fucking now guy and could gave you them extra 2 steps.
100% positive it didn't see me. Just the wind swirled perfectly
Wait.
towards that now guy.
So you needed 2 steps for it to clear what?
Mesquite tree.
What's your arrow weight?
478.
So if you've been shooting a man arrow, you've gone through the fucking mesquite tree, through the now guy, and just reached its soul.
What weight arrow would you need to do that?
947 grains. You could have got that.
At what poundage?
32 pounds.
Okay, Ashby. No, but that was my encounter. It was like some TV show shit. I wish somehow I could have recorded to you can see the way that now guy just lifted up and boom, gone. And
I went down a trail like after that, going to the south to just see if I could run into it, and I did find some open area back there, but it wasn't shit.
I just want to do a quick shout out to Yurik's
yeah, your smokehouse.
over in Markham. These are delicious. Mm-hmm. And to Tim and MFJJ, because they've been playing in the background the whole time.
Yeah.
I thought they would stop, but they ain't.
Come on.
Anyways, Yurik's Smokehouse. This ain't nothing. You just bought the snack sticks, right?
Yeah, those are beef. They're beef.
I don't know if y'all know this. I have a pretty famous Hobie commercial on
Yeah.
YouTube. Mm-hmm. They're Yurik's snack sticks. That's what I'm fucking eating. Snack stick. It's a delicious snack stick.
So that was my actual only encounter the whole fucking trip.
So, y'all got good looks in Nil Guy. I only got to look at them running away. Mm-hmm. Knowing what you know now, and seeing the close range shots that you would probably take, would you consider your broadhead choice? Would you change your broadhead choice, or would you still run with what you were running?
I would run the same.
Which is what?
Silver hybrid.
I mean, I just wanted to see what it can do. I just still use the beast just to see what I mean. I just want to see what it can do.
If this is going to ruffle your feathers, and so be it, but I want to see what it's capable of, how much you need. Is a Sever hybrid with a 478 grain at 76 pounds, 29.5-inch trawl length, enough to punch through a nail guy?
That's why I put the carnivore on there.
Just to test it. Because we don't fucking do it, who's going to do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know anybody else shooting 478 at a nail guy.
Well, so that's why. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. The
Yeah, I
other
think
hunters we saw.
I think mine's like 462, 463 ish somewhere.
Mine's
around
480, 479. So we're all within 20 grains of each other. I actively took the Sever out of my number one spot and put the carnivore on there because I felt like the carnivore was going to give me a better chance of bloodletting, like blood hitting the ground in the close range shots we were going to get.
I will say this, though. It did cross my mind. When I did have that encounter, I did want to reach for that Grim Reaper Hades 3-blade.
Or the Slick Trick Magnum.
I don't carry that piece of shit broadhead. Nah,
Yeah.
but I really did want to. And the reason being is because I didn't know if I was going to nick a limb or something I couldn't see. I was worried about it.
I get that.
You know what I'm
100%.
saying? So
Yeah.
I feel like a fixed blade would do better if I had to ricochet it off.
If you were blowing through brush,
yeah.
absolutely. I'm with you.
I think I would still try the beast. I mean, I didn't have as much time to prepare, so I didn't get my bow fully tuned because I didn't do broadhead tuning and all that. So I just went to the backyard.
Hold on. But your bow's tuned by some of the best.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no names.
Yeah.
They might
They might
not
be sitting at this table. They may or may not.
I mean, they may not be as active as they were a couple years ago, but
yeah.
C&E Custom Bow Shop, they're some bad motherfuckers.
So that's what I was. I mean, so because when I shot him at the back and back in my little piece of property, I think I went out to 40 maybe, and the beast flew the best for me out of the Grim Reaper, and I can't remember the other one I had, but without having to adjust things too much, the beast was the one that flew the best.
And see, that's a very insightful thing.
So that's why I was going with
That flew the best for Brian.
For me, yeah, it's not to say it would fly the best for y'all, but for me.
Out of his bow, at his draw length, his draw weight, how his arrows configured, the Beast flew the best.
Yeah.
And I love my slick tricks. And I will probably always have one
Friday's fucking suck.
at least in the truck because this is the first time I went on a hunt.
Yeah, I remember you saying that you weren't going to have it.
I didn't have a slick trick in the quiver. I actively did that because
you were talking about it for like an hour.
Yeah.
well, so this is the first time that a slick trick is not
Shed a
flown.
tear while I was saying it.
I did. It's the first time a slick trick is not flown the best for me.
What was flying the best for you?
The Grim Reaper practice head.
For the Carnivore?
The Carnivore.
So the practice head that I got covers the Carnivore, the Whitetail Extreme. It covers like 4 different broadheads, but it was so consistent that I couldn't shoot 2 of them. I actually broke the practice head in my deer.
Oh, really?
In my deer at 60, I broke because I put them right next to each other, and the sever wasn't far. I mean, it was splitting hairs between which was better between that and the sever, and then the slick trick was just slightly off. And the only thing that caused the slick trick to be number 3 was at 100 yards, the slick trick was dropping more, which is going to happen when you have a fixed blade, right? A 4-blade and it's a 4-blade, right? So and I'm actively moving them. I'm trying to actively move to mechanicals because I feel like I don't have a problem with penetration, right? Because I shoot 30.
Oh, because you got a man's draw length, right?
Michael Waddell said it best. I shoot a man's bow.
No, you don't. You don't shoot a horse.
Not yet.
No.
You're right.
What Michael Waddell said is, if you're a feminine man, don't buy a Hoyt. That's what he said.
But my 480 grain arrows are moving north of 300.
You think so? Did you chrono it?
I don't need to chrono it.
No.
Those
How upset are you going to be?
He can tell by the way the sound it makes when it flies.
Damn, Robin Hood.
I mean, think about it. My 20 pin isn't a 20. My 20 is an 18.
So it's not a 20.
I call it 20. The other's an 18.
I think you need to chrono this because I don't know if your
18
math
to
is
45.
mathing.
And those 3 pins that be 3 cents.
I don't know if your math is mathing.
My math is fucking perfect, Brian.
I don't know.
But at that fat, I'm shooting at least 300.
Let's go to the bow shop Monday and let's chrono it.
Speaking of which,
Tuesday.
No,
speaking of which,
Friday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we playing
What
this
are you
Black
doing?
Friday. The 3 of us are going to the bow shop.
What are you doing Friday after?
You're going to the fucking bow
Going to
shop.
buy a bow, apparently.
Going to the fucking bow shop, baby. All right, so here's my thing. Yeah, Scott.
Yeah, one of those, please.
Theoretical question, because while I was using the bathroom earlier, I was playing on Archer's Advantage.
God damn. I can't eat this in front of Chris. He's going to make another fucking hoop out of it.
So if you had a 500 grain arrow
Snack stick.
going
Make
over
eye contact with me.
over 300 feet a second, whether that be 301 or 311, 500 grain arrow going over 300 feet a second, but the FOC was only 10%.
No,
Would you shoot it?
no.
No?
I'm not.
My
I-
FOC's. Go ahead. Sorry.
I want to stay around 14, 15%, something like that.
My FOC's probably like 10 right now.
I just feel
Axis.
me comfortable.
Would you shoot it?
Yeah.
So,
Science.
okay. So here we are talking about Nile Guy. None of us were shooting 500 grain arrows. The kid we saw that you were viciously making fun of for his cheap arrows, his Bass Pro Shop arrows, may have had a 400 grain arrow.
I wasn't making fun of him. I was stating a fact. It may have been 350 grains. Like,
Okay, so like, at what point does speed overcome weight on a big animal?
Why are you looking at us like you just discovered the world is?
I'm not.
Flat
I'm asking a
instead of
question. At
round.
what point does speed ever become weight? Like, at what point do you not worry about weight because your 500 grain arrow is going 300 feet a second? Your 460 grain arrow is going 290 feet a second.
You got to find that out. You got to test your shit. How else are you gonna know? Math?
Science.
Yeah, because your math doesn't math.
My maths.
That's what I'm saying. I thought
Can you grab me one of those Cokes?
my 478 grain arrows weren't enough at one point because I wasn't getting pass throughs, but at the same time, I'm 21 feet up in the air shooting 25 yards at a severe angle. So technically, the arrow is passing through, but the broadhead's sticking in the dirt before it exits fully through the animal.
You right
And what
over
y'all
there,
can't
old man?
see off screen right now is Chris having another Charlie horse because he's 40.
The hamstring cramp. Brian is older than I am.
We're not talking about Brian.
I'll be in a
It's
lot
your
better
birthday
shape,
today.
but Brian is older than I am. I just want to point that out.
You're closer to age in me than you are closer
Yeah, because what are you, 39?
40.
When
I'm
you
actually
turn-
40. This year, turned 40.
You turned 40 this year.
God damn.
Yeah.
How old are
Yeah,
you,
my
Elvis?
youngest daughter, they're going to think I'm her grandpa when she's in high school.
How old are you, Elvis?
33.
I hope when you turn 35, everything just hits you like a brick, because that's what it did to me.
Not going to be able to eat spicy food no more. Well, you can, but it's going to hurt. So you will be able to eat spicy food, but it's going to hurt.
Pizza. Your body won't process it that well.
You get heartburn? Do you get heartburn right now? You
Oh,
will eventually.
You gotta.
I really don't even like pizza though.
You don't like pizza?
I am starting to cut off like the bread and stuff. If I'm being honest with you.
No, yeah, that's
I like thin crust pizza.
yeah.
Oh, I got
Oh, I'm not. I love pizza.
this is off archery. Like, of course, we're off archery right now, but I got shit at work the other day because I like cold pizza.
Cold pizza is
Cold pizza, like
cold
refrigerator
pizza,
cold.
yeah, dude, that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
That may be a generational thing, though.
yeah. Because like if I take pizza to work, like leftover pizza,
That's staying- yeah.
I'll put an ice pack in there to make sure it stays cold.
It's staying in a gallon baggie in the fridge. I'm just gonna pull it out.
I'll put an ice pack in my lunchbox
Yeah.
to make sure the pizza stays
Throw
cold.
some Parmesan cheese on that.
I don't do the Parmesan. No
What? You don't do the stank cheese?
Parmesan. Just a little bit of siracha on there.
So, cilantro?
Like
Sriracha.
Tony Montana sneeze on top of my pizza.
So off topic, and there was, and this is to prove that I'm terrible at just sitting there if nothing happens. I was doing some research on snacking and how long certain foods can last in a backpacking trip. So, like a hard cheese, like a sharp cheddar, if it's waxed, like if you cover it, or like a smoked cheeses last the longest. So we'll use
High temp cheese.
no, so like a hard cheese. So we'll use smoked Gouda as an example.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, smoked Gouda's bomb,
That's my favorite.
right? So if you throw it in wax and then you wrap it in paper, smoked Gouda should last weeks. And so if a hard cheese like a smoked Gouda or a sharp cheddar catches mold, if you cut off the mold, that cheese is still good.
What you're saying is, if anybody needs somebody to e-scout food for them on their
I'm
next
your
trip,
fucking
you're the guy to
guy.
go. You know all the best places to eat before you get there, and you got all the best snacks. So.
Okay. Let me tell you how I found this taqueria spot, though. So,
Hold on, before we were leaving yesterday,
yeah.
we thought we were coming to the house, and we pull up into a gas station. We told him because when we leave, he's like, "Does anybody need to stop at the gas station?" We're like, "No, we're good." So we're driving 20, 30 minutes away, and we pull into a gas station. We're like, I guess we're stopping at a gas station. No, there's a little taqueria on the side of it, and
So, do you remember when you got here, Elvis was telling you about when we pulled on the backside of the gas station, the dudes obviously
It was
had
that gas
weed.
station?
That was a gas station.
Okay.
So we pulled in the back. Elvis noticed the dude smoking weed. I noticed the big ass sign that said Taqueria. I was like, okay, keeping this future reference.
But they were pissed because they threw it on the
So
ground.
that tells you our priorities. Elvis is worried about snitching on people. I'm worried about fucking eating.
Are you talking about
That was a good spot, though.
the pin drop of the taqueria?
Yeah. And we thought we were coming in.
We ate it again
No,
today.
we're going to a fucking convenience store. He pulled straight up to the taqueria.
It said Taqueria bigger than shit, guys. Y'all got to open your eyes.
There was no road sign that said Taqueria right here.
Remember, I
'Cause
showed you this the other day.
This
I'm like,
Taqueria is off.
You pulled up to it, though, when they were smoking the weed.
But this
was
place,
dark.
But this place is off to the. It's behind the gas station.
Yeah,
there's
it's-
no sign on the road that says Taqueria right.
It literally could be like the entrance to a car trashing place, like a
All right, look.
junkyard.
There's a trailer with smoke coming out of it.
You can't see the
There's
trailer
a
from the
fruit
road,
stand in front of
Chris.
it. There's a fruit stand in front of
You mentally dropped a pin in your fucking head to the fucking taco place.
Are y'all mad about it?
No,
Well, there we go.
absolutely not. It's just fucking impressive. That's all I'm saying. It's impressive. Great fucking tacos, especially the 3-pas. Oof. I could have ate 5 more.
Their fucking tortas were good.
it. Yeah.
I mean, when you're this close to the border, though, it's got to be good, right? Oh. No, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
Do it. What is it? Say it.
We ain't holding no bars. It's the podcast. We don't hold no bars.
I'm kind of upset.
That he didn't speak Spanish?
Yes.
What
How
were
do
your
you work
exact...
at a damn
No.
taqueria?
No.
And you're taking orders.
What were your exact words? He looks bilingual as fuck.
But how
Lying?
does he communicate with the cooks? Because when you called, they didn't
I
understand
do
you.
not know. I
I'm
tried
out.
to place an order.
Y'all ain't hear him speak Spanish tonight?
Yeah,
When the other family showed up?
naturally.
Oh, he did. I didn't pay attention to that.
Yeah, that motherfucker. No, it's not that he don't speak Spanish. He literally didn't know what was on the menu.
Oh, yeah.
That is a fact. It was his first
what,
night
what
last
was
night.
that? What did we get? You got it yesterday. I got it today. What was it?
Fancy quesadilla.
Yeah, it's a quesadilla, but they have some big ass name.
But that's
for
not what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a quesadilla. It's almost like a papusa, right?
Yeah.
So you take a
kind of like a gordita sort of.
yeah,
like
and you
that.
take like a thick tortilla, right? You're supposed to over thick it. So say 2 inches, and then you
no diddy.
a lot of ditty, and then you open it and you stuff it with the bistec or the 3-bar or whatever.
It's pretty much like a.
It's like a sandwich.
Yeah, like a gordita.
Sincronesa?
It's a gordita.
Sincronesa? I think that's how it's called.
Quinceañera,
But
whatever.
it's not a gordita, right? Because the gordita is folded. This is flat.
Chill the fuck out.
Right. So basically,
So what's
it's
the chalupa?
but how many times back in the day did you have the peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Y'all were out of bread with
What the
tortillas.
fuck is up with you fucking peanut butter and jelly? God damn.
Because peanut butter and jelly is cheap.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now, how many times back in the day
I like bologna.
y'all ran out of bread and you made
Hold on,
sandwiches with tortillas?
I'm disappointed in you on the snacks on this trip because on my ride up here, I'm like, I was gonna go to the store and buy. I was gonna buy what are those?
The fat guy's gonna have snacks.
No, I was gonna buy those
Yes.
fucking those granola bars. I was gonna buy some of those, and I was gonna buy the.
Nutrient bars up there.
I was gonna buy the. What are they called? The peanut butter and jelly things.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I was gonna buy some, but I
totally
didn't. I forgot.
Smuckers.
The Smuckers
The
sandwiches.
Uncrustables. Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
I was gonna buy some,
I
but
have been-
Chris said that he was bringing them, so I was like, you know what, Chris,
Yeah.
he's gonna let me have.
I
it.
didn't bring it in.
Fucking
And
He
you
didn't
know
have
what?
shit.
8 dozen.
You didn't have shit, Chris.
Every weekend, every weekend, every afternoon, I've been sitting there, especially when it gets like real hot about 2 o'clock. And I was thinking to myself, fucking half frozen Uncrustable would be fucking bomb right now. But I ain't bring none.
Not even one.
Not even one. Throw them in the freezer, they're frozen. Uncrustables may be the best snack made. The NFL, have y'all seen that stat that the NFL, like the average NFL player eats like 17 a week? That is the NFL's favorite snack to give their
I
players.
don't look up favorite snacks.
That's the favorite. Yeah, that's what they like. So during game day, like So say 2 days before. So say you play a Sunday,
They got a carb load.
you're going, so Thursday, right? If you're at an out of town game, you're gathering all your shit. You're going to the bus. There's a big ass bowl of Uncrustables. Grab a couple of Uncrustables. You get on the bus. You go to the plane. There's a big ass bowl of Uncrustables. You go
Imagine
to
if Chris was a locker room guy.
you go to the you go to the other
Not you. Get the fuck out of here, Chris.
You go to the other stadium. You go to the other stadium. You start unloading your shit in the locker. Big ass bowl of Uncrustables. Halftime. Big ass bowl of Uncrustables. They had a thing. There was the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, they do the shit while they're walking to practice. They asked them, "How many Uncrustables do you eat a week?" One of these motherfuckers counted. It was one of the linemen. He was like 3 here, 4 there. Man, I eat like 17 a week. I ain't mad at him. I'd eat 17 a week. You gotta have the right flavor, but 17 a week, my guy.
Strawberry or grape. Let's get it over with.
Oh, jelly?
Yeah.
Apple butter.
You would.
You don't like apple butter jelly?
It's fucking grape. Grape or die.
Yeah, no, I go both ways. Strawberry or grape.
Oh,
Don't
you
bother me.
Hey, calm, man. A lot of Diddy.
Fuck down, Brian.
A lot of Diddy.
Jesus.
Hold on, I gotta make sure we're still recording.
Grape or jelly. I mean, grape or strawberry don't matter.
Gaper or strawberry? Okay.
So if we're going between grape and strawberry, like those two,
it's great.
1,000% strawberry. Bro, look, I don't need the same flavor that they make medicine in my fucking sandwich. There's a reason medicine is grape flavored. You wanna know why? Trash. But
it helps you feel better.
I don't know if y'all noticed. Did y'all see what the flavors I sent y'all?
No.
Peanut butter, chocolate, and honey. Yeah.
I've made a peanut butter and honey sandwich before.
Have you ever made the peanut butter, banana, and honey?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's my sandwich. Yeah. I don't need no jelly with that.
You ever ate pancakes with peanut butter on it?
Yes. Oh, yeah. A little bit of syrup.
Yeah. That's the way to go. Or
But that's-
waffles with peanut butter? And
Oh,
syrup?
yeah, because it sits in the cups. Yeah.
Y'all got some weird shit going on. I don't know what the fuck to do right now.
Have you never had that?
Y'all got some weird ass shit going on.
When the waffle's hot and you put the peanut butter on it, it melts into the little
Into
squares.
the cups,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Like that.
What's
that ain't
wrong with regular fucking butter?
No, man. You got to put.
This is when you want a little extra something.
Oh.
you know?
Like every now and then.
a little
Not all
And you want a little fancy. You know,
Yeah,
you
one of
little fucking, okay.
look,
when you feel a little puto.
have you ever had
That's when you want to put the umbrella on your fucking waffle and pancake.
Have you ever had a
Something?
peanut butter banana honey sandwich?
I've had a peanut butter banana sandwich.
Those
Got to add some honey on there.
I ain't big on sweets though.
bro, but it's not sweet.
It's the honey.
It's not going to add that much
It's not that
sweetness.
bad. That's good.
Do you know what it adds? It adds about 17 grams of deliciousness.
Sugar.
And then throw some bacon on there too sometimes. Oh,
Oh, I haven't tried
you don't
that.
got to
like
eat for like
sweet bacon.
You don't got to eat for like a day. It's
I
not
don't like
sweet.
sweet bacon. I don't like sweet
you don't-
pan sausage, like maple sausage.
So wait,
I don't like that shit.
so you don't like a sweet heat on your pork?
No.
Or like chicken and waffles. You don't like chicken and waffles?
Oh man, yeah, chicken and waffles is too far.
Oh, you don't like chicken?
I actually like it.
I don't like chicken. Chicken and waffles.
It's different.
But no, like you don't like
It's
a.
something different. I
So
eat
wait,
ice cream with
like
my
if you're
chicken.
making ribs, you don't like a sweet heat, like the
No.
brown sugar and the
I'm
cayenne.
making my ribs. I like my dry rub, baby.
Yeah, brown
All I
sugar is
want.
kind of like cheating when you make
not like a brown
If I'm
sugar cayenne mix.
if I'm cooking competition, it's butter and brown sugar. That's what gives me my
No
sweetness.
cayenne.
Oh, my base rub has a lot of cayenne.
I like a sweet heat.
I don't like sweet meat. I don't maple
ribs, I don't
sausage.
mind
You know
ribs
what?
being
I bet I
sweet.
can say it.
None of that shit.
I can say it. Sweet meat just opened it way too easy.
If you want to be gay, yeah,
no
It
Disney.
ain't nothing about being gay.
okay. But all that competition, barbecue sauce, honey glaze shit,
I'm gonna say something
I don't
controversial.
like it. I don't
Say something controversial.
like it.
Most competition barbecue sucks.
Yeah, well, I don't get why. I didn't know that if if the meat falls off the bone of a rib, you're like disqualified.
So have you ever heard of the Hollywood cut?
Technically over.
But that's the best. I always like growing up. Those were the best ribs.
Oh,
when they,
fuck yeah.
Right? So have you heard of the Hollywood cut?
Backyard
No, what's
barbecue
the
is what it's
Hollywood
called.
cut?
So the Hollywood cut is where you pull out every other bone, or you slice it along the bone, right? So you're instead of your rib being this thick, it's that thick, right? But to make a Hollywood cut effective, you got to be able to pull out the bones, or else you're just slicing fucked up. So if you're pulling out every other bone, it's technically overcooked by competition standards.
Yeah, that's bullshit because that's
I ain't gonna lie though. I like a little crunch. I like to come off, but I do like the crunch.
So have you ever used saran wrap?
No.
All right, listen to me now. If you throw saran wrap under your foil, I know it sounds weird, your shit comes out so fucking tender, it's nuts.
I never had a problem with tenderness though.
So
Sounds like cancer.
this is like 15 years ago. Me and Pops were watching Pitmasters. Remember, like
That's what the fuck a problem is.
when it first came out, and I don't know, our OG Pitmasters, when it first came out, when it was still like Myron, what was that the other skinny white dude with the glasses? When the guys that were judging were actual legit barbecuers. So one of the guys mentioned, he's like, yeah, I've done that in my restaurant. So me and Pops tried it. Tenderest ribs we've ever had. You're
You
pulling
brine
out
your ribs? You brine your ribs?
but you're pulling out every bone.
Well, you can do that without saran wrap.
You're making
Saran
a
wrap.
McRib.
You can do that without saran wrap.
It makes it easier.
Does it? Then
Sometime-
you got to unwrap fucking full and saran wrap.
No. Let me. Saran wrap just comes right off.
I hear you.
It's a lot easier than you think.
Sounds difficult.
But you got to remember, sometimes you ain't got.
I don't think
7
there's
hours
nothing
to
you can
babysit
say that's going to
ribs.
make Elvis change the way he barbecues.
No, that's not.
It's not.
But sometimes you ain't got 7 hours to babysit shit.
How long
Cook
did
ribs in 7
Yeah, I was gonna
hours?
say, how long did
What the
I
fuck?
did, what, 4 hours maybe? Ribs?
6
I could
hours.
cook ribs in 2.5 hours.
6. I do the 3-2-1. I've had real good luck with 3-2-1 method.
I've heard about that.
If you got the time, yeah. If you have the time, yeah.
I've never made. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never made decent ribs that I didn't do the 3-2-1. I've tried the hot and fast in 2.5 hours. They just don't come out right.
My average time for ribs is 3 hours. It's on
If,
average.
if I don't, and it may be,
That's at 275.
and it may be because once I figured that out, I just kept doing it. But 3-2-1 method, or
Cook a brisket in
Or
4 hours.
I've also done 2-2-1. So if it's a small pack of ribs, I've done 2-2-1. It come out real good. But that's backyard barbecue. That's not competition. That's pulling bones out. And you know what? If I tell Lori, it's got a little bit of pull because that's what she's gonna be mad at me and tell me to throw that shit back on the pit. But if I look at her and pull the bone out, she's in. She's all about it. I'm getting lucky that night. She's loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
So what are we doing next year? What are we putting in for next year? Not this unit, right? Are we going to put it in for it just to put in for it?
I don't
Just
know.
In case we get drawn. I don't know. Just to have a place.
Do you think we get hunted again? Would you hunt it again? Would you hunt it again?
Schaleben?
If it's the only one we get drawn for, yeah.
I think we put in for it just to have a chance to hunt somewhere.
Because we got to do something like this every year, I think. Something
Yeah.
we have to.
I don't know if TNT had been better because that guy had said, "Oh yeah, we shot all day, every day."
It's hunting a new unit.
But
You
maybe,
shot
How do you
all day,
shoot
every day.
every day, and you see animals every day.
but maybe
You
this
go
is
to a
only,
different
But
unit.
he
maybe
may,
he was
but
only
he
unique
may
at
not have
one
been drawn for TNT.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe he put in for all of them too, and this was it.
Doubt it. Sounds like a liar to me. You look like a liar.
Why? Because of his mustache.
Yep.
Look,
You want me to lie? I'm not going to lie to you.
when we walk up and you have a mustache that fits in with Confederate generals,
It was a legit mustache.
We're gonna be still suspect. That shit looked like it was from the 1800s. He was white. All of our last names in with either Easy or A.
Great grandpa worked for him.
I mean, he's in the wrong area. All we had to do, I'm pretty sure I got cousins that would have come up, or like some third cousins that would come up and fucked him up. Just saying. Hi, man.
So would you hunt this unit again?
If I got drawn, yeah.
It was the only place it was the
only place I got drawn. If I had a choice,
I'll tell you what.
I don't know.
I would 100% hunt this unit again because I know coming in day one,
we know what to expect.
You know exactly what you need to look for.
Oh, I'm going to that grassy area.
Yeah. You're not going to waste any more of your time.
And I would look more at the dates. I scheduled the dates because it was the first hunt of this year.
You know it was going to be 90 degrees in November.
I think December would be better.
And it coincided with my birthday.
I think December might be better.
But now looking into the research, Nalgai rut between December and March.
So you think January might be good too?
January. But not only that, like I'm looking at other dates, like not coming in November.
Yeah, it's still too hot down here.
We're coming January-ish. I think January is probably about the perfect time. Yeah, I don't know if I'd do it again.
Because even in January, we still got a chance for some warm weather too.
And I would be looking at
Facts.
Okay, the hunt dates. I'm looking.
Like it don't get cold till February.
I'm looking at moon
January.
phases too. Like I would try to look at moon phases. Like, oh shit, there's gonna be a full moon all this week. I
Do
don't
you
know
think
if
that full moon was making them stay up later?
they're not nocturnal animals, but that was a bright
Yeah, it
ass
was
full
bright
moon.
as fuck.
Think about it. You saw that one at what, 11:30, 12 o'clock?
Yeah.
Saw
That's
the
why- yeah, I
saw
mean,
the one today at
Yeah, it was 12 o'clock.
2:30, 3 o'clock.
I didn't think there was going to be anything moving at that time. That's why I took off
So
my boots.
next time I would
and my socks.
try to schedule it around a new moon. Dark ass night. They ain't moving at night. Trying to get into the colder time. New moon is in. There's no moon.
I thought we read up on it though. They're not nocturnal.
They're not.
Ideally, Without a full
but if
moon.
it's a very bright full moon, they're gonna move.
it's easy. Yeah.
So colder temperatures sometime during the rut and with a new moon. I would definitely hunt this unit because I think then the whole shitting in the same spot is a territorial thing. So I think then during the rut,
They'd be there more often.
they're going to hit
That
the
was
poop piles.
probably the most consistent thing that we've seen. The dung piles.
I mean, they had piles of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. We got that out of the way. As far as gear, though, the next time you go, what are you going to drop or what are you going to add? I would add a chair. And I wouldn't drop anything.
I wouldn't drop anything. I had my camera in the bag though. I never pulled it out, but I think I would add a tripod for the camera to set.
So
that
I
up.
definitely took out my action camera setup.
See, I have a camera. I have my camera that, the bigger camera that records and takes pictures, and I had my GoPro in there too in the same little thing, but I never
So
pulled them out.
specific to this unit, I wouldn't change anything that I got now.
I would just add a tripod for the camera. I need to buy one.
So
But if we were in a more open unit, I would bring my tripod spotting scope and
Yeah,
I have
I
that
don't think it would.
I have that spotting scope attachment where I can look on my iPad.
Yeah.
But this unit specifically, I think I have a pretty decent set. I would add rafted grass to add into my blind because I think rafted
I would
grass.
add one of those blinds that you got. That's a pretty little sweet.
Well, so that rafted grass around the front of it, I think would blend in really well with the grass around there.
Or either that or camo netting, because I didn't have either of that, so I would just try to tuck in somewhere. But
definitely not the one that I had. I would get like a matte rubberized one.
The rubber,
There's
so
something
that
like
stuff. That's why I was saying that
Stick
stuff that
some
you got.
sticks or something in there. It's got a glare to it.
It's really nice, but it's so fragile.
That and it's got a glare to it.
We saw that blind at Bass Pro that was the rubberized one that already had the green stakes in it.
See, if it would have just came with the netting, I would have bought it.
I ain't gonna lie.
Just let it down.
I'd add like a little pillow so I could sleep good. I would add a
Little
little pillow.
neck travel pillow.
Yeah.
You know, like a little. If it's not going to weigh too much, like a little rollout blanket, just to come. Because I got
The one that we seen at Bass Pro the other night?
No. Because remember, I got stung in the shoulder. I got bit twice napping a day, in the shoulder and in the neck.
Well, I had one of my extra shirts that's like a wool material,
Mm-hmm.
more for like when it's a little cooler, and I would just lay that on the ground and.
So I used my jacket that I brought in this morning for two different purposes, kind of like a neck pillow. And then when I was leaning up against that mesquite, when I first moved over there, before I had that encounter with that new guy, I wrapped it around the mesquite tree. So what I noticed was when I was leaning against that mesquite tree, my shirt was getting caught up in the bark. So it was like a cat. It was loud.
But
So
you know,
I wrapped my jacket around that trunk I was leaning on and leaning against that.
when I got bit and stung today, I was laying on my pack. Remember, I sent y'all the picture. Like I have that Striker XL, right? So I opened it up, and then I put the grab it. I got bit then. I didn't get bit laying directly on the other day. So,
Is it maybe because you got all your sugars and
no,
all
I
that
think it was
snack
the
shit?
area I picked.
Yeah.
I would bring like an ultralight ground cloth.
Did you ever turn on your thermocell?
I don't know if I'd bring a thermocell again.
You don't think it would help with those little gnats or little mosquito, whatever the fuck they were?
I don't think so.
And they bothered me, but they didn't bother me enough to bring a fucking thermocell.
When I was walking down that right away here at the end of the day today, I mean the pipeline, they were
When they bothered me was when they would try to get in my eyes.
they were real bad in that area.
Shit, I caught one over my eyelids.
Hey, you know what I might
is
bring?
that?
I do have an ultralight pad, sleeping pad. You know, one of the ones that you blow up,
Oh, yeah.
about that thick. It weighs 4 ounces.
Ooh, 4 ounces added on to 60 pounds is a lot.
And 4 ounces ain't gonna hurt. I'd blow that up and sleep good because it's like a mini air mattress. I'd be out.
Might be out too long.
Possibly.
Probably had a new bow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see what West Houston will give me for my art.
100-pound draw max.
You know,
200 grain arrow.
I'm gonna look at 3 bows. I'm gonna look at 3 bows, possibly 5. The 3 I'm looking at, that Elite Exalt 35, really looks nice. That's 34 to 35 is my perfect bow length. I'm gonna look at the new Hoyt, the AX2, mostly because Michael Waddell's a hell of a salesman. Hey, fucker got me.
I don't know. Can't be no feminine male thinking about buying a Hoyt.
You should probably trade yours in then.
Yeah, I fucking hear you.
And then I'm going to see what Matthews comes out with.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I want to look at the new Hoyt and that Elite Artist.
But I may pull an Alpha X back because I like a longer bow. So the AX2, the new Hoyt, is what, like 32 and a half?
32 5/16.
And what's the one you got?
33 and 5/16.
An inch makes a difference. Especially when you're talking about string.
That's what she said.
When you're talking about string angle. And that's my big thing.
Even 3 inches is hell at 90 miles an hour. Come on.
You nasty. But I want a better string angle. Even my 33 now is a little short on my string angle.
Yeah, I think I might look at the Alpha X too because I mean it's gonna be what, maybe $200 cheaper than the new one. So
Shit, more than that.
nah, I don't think it's gonna be that much cheaper.
And I do like the way that Hoyt,
You got to remember, though,
it's going to sound bad. I do like the way Hoyt has the little,
That little nub on the cam.
yeah, no, well, the nub on the cam.
multiple
And what's that little,
stabilizer holes.
what's the little stabilizer they come with?
Oh, the little shortstop.
Yeah, but you can put it on the bottom, and that's pretty much all you need with the 2 little kickstand things. And man, you don't need a whole lot sticking out the front of that bow.
Yeah, because
Wait till you shoot it. Wait till you shoot it and actually shoot it at a target. You will understand.
I'm gonna see what
Up
Matthews
until
comes out.
then, you won't understand.
See what Matthews comes out with. I really, it's going to be, in my mind, it's hard to beat the Elite Exalt right now, that 35. With all the pick mounts on it, you can put a fucking rifle bipod. You buy one of them UGTs off Amazon for $5 and put a bipod and be fine. You just set the bow down, you know, because it's a pick mount. It's got like 7 pick mounts everywhere. Really interested in that bow. I wouldn't get the smooth mods. I get the performance cams.
Of course.
And I'd pull as much as it lets me, but 30 and a half at 75.
You're only at 30-inch trolling.
Well, and even the lift, I went 30 and a half on the lift.
I hear you.
It all depends on the draw length of those.
Sound like you got little man syndrome right now. Every half inch counts.
Only one of us has little man syndrome. He's
big
mad he can't reach 30. I'm not going to say his name, Schmelvis.
I can easily reach 30. I'm just more comfortable at 29 3/4.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that's it, huh?
Hey, how does it feel to be a lot taller than me, but barely having a longer draw length?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Talked about this
How-
earlier.
how-
He's supposed to be about
how tall are
5'9".
you?
I'm 5'8" on a good day.
And
hot
I'm
day.
6'4", so that's
Almost a foot taller.
almost 8 inches, right? And our strides are
What the app say?
2 inches different.
So you're built like fucking SpongeBob. Is that
I
what you're saying?
have, bro. Like I'm all torso.
He's supposed to be 5'9", but he had to.
No. If I had proportional legs,
3 extra vertebrae.
if I had proportional legs,
your
I'd
legs
be
aren't the problem. It's your torso. That's,
My torso's long.
yeah, that's
So
what.
if my legs were proportional,
Your
to my
legs are the
torso-
right. The size they're supposed to be at your torso.
No,
How
Brian.
long are your pant legs?
30 by him is 32. But you think about it, like if my legs were proportional to my torso, I'd be like 6'9".
He's a
You'd be 7 foot easily.
45, 32.
Technically needs a 31.
32, asshole. I have short legs. I have short legs and short arms. I do. I'm all torso.
No, but you're talking about the new Hoyt. You got to remember their 1/4 inch. They still got a 1/4 inch adjustment, but they only go from like 26 to 26 3/4 now
Yeah.
on that. Alpha X, it goes from like 25 all the way to 31 and
I think that-
3/4. Some
quarter.
I
shit.
like the
Yeah,
Alpha X's
cams.
specs better.
Well, the cam is better as far as
How much
modularity.
What's the difference in speed, though? I mean, not saying that we care about speed.
I care about speed. I absolutely do.
So
I care about speed
3
just
feet a
'cause-
second would determine a better fitting bow, more modular.
Talking about for me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
10 to 15.
It would.
10 to 15 is a lot, though.
He's always cared about speed.
Nah,
I have. I'm a cloud
no,
speed freak.
15 is a lot. 10, nah.
Other things-
All the bows now are within 10 feet a second of
Other
each other.
things might change, but he's always going to care about speed.
I always care
Yeah.
about speed. I like speed.
Yeah, 100%.
Cloud's a speed freak. I want the fastest. I want
Just
to be.
saying.
I want to be as fast as possible with between 450 and 550.
We'll say it one more time. All the bows today are within 10 feet a second of each other. All of them.
Wrong.
Except for APA Mamba. Nobody fucking likes that bow.
Not
That
what I'm
bow's
saying.
stupid.
Not what I'm saying. All the bows are rated from the factory the same. We just saw reviews where they're not hitting IBO.
None of them ever
15.
hit IBO.
15, yeah, but not 15 feet a second short.
That's what I'm saying, though. Real world speeds, hunting speeds, all within 10 feet a second of each other.
I don't know. I want to see what that exalt shoot. I'm taking my arrows with whatever I shoot.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you should do.
See what they shoot. See how it feels. And put it through chrono. If I shoot the new Matthews, the Hoyt, and you know what? I'm probably going to shoot the Alpha. I'm just going to shoot the same bow you got, not the new one.
I would.
Shoot the new one, too. Might as well. You're there.
Well, you're probably right.
Both of them.
And the Elite, that Exalt 35, I'm be honest with you. If they all, which they're probably all going to feel great, I'm going to go with the fastest one.
But what's the deal breaker, though? Is it 5 feet a second, 8 feet a second, 10
I'm going to
feet
go
a
with the
second?
fastest one. If they all,
Even if it's 1 foot faster.
if they all feel the exact same, like if you, like you said, you're gonna blindfold me. I couldn't tell the difference between these bows.
Well, I think the Alpha X is gonna pull back smoother than the new Hoyt. Is
100%.
what everybody's saying. That
They got a new cam
it's
on
a
the new
rougher,
ones.
it's a rougher
Speed
pullback.
cam.
I like a speed cam though, but I like a rough pull. I like a solid pullback.
You
So
like it rough?
you just said though, if I'm gonna blindfold you and you're gonna shoot the bows, you're not gonna be able to see the chronograph. So how are you gonna know which one's faster? But if you're just gonna go based off of which one's faster, why not just pick on which
Because
one?
that's what I'm saying. Like everything else equal, I'm going to pick the fastest bow. But if one obviously pulls back better, like if I pull back the Alpha X and I pull back the X2 and I'm like, X2's trash. Like the draw is just not for me. I'm going to go with the Alpha X.
That's it's one thing I hate about shooting new bows though, and then buying a new bow.
I want to feel them.
I want to shoot downrange multiple shots with that bow just to see how it holds. That's partial of the reason why I fell in love with this.
There was
Alpha.
no doubt in my mind when I pulled back the lift at 80 that it was 10 times easier than my V3X at 78.
See, I would rather shoot a bow that's tougher on the draw but better on the hold.
But
That's me though.
that's where we differed. I thought the lift held great,
To me, it didn't.
but we also have different grips.
Yeah,
You grip,
you got a 1/4 inch longer draw length. Too.
no, you grip more traditional than I grip.
Maybe.
Or it's the same thing like with my torso. I have short fingers and big palms. So my grip on the bow is going to be
Same
different than
hand,
yours.
though.
But my grip on the bow is going to be different than yours.
Well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The lift felt good in my hand.
The Matthews fucking grip sucks though.
Hmm?
The Matthews grip. Maybe the first thing I do is rip that bitch off.
So I wonder with this whole UV
That's how-
collab.
Since the tracks is what I've been doing. Matter of
I
fact,
wonder with this whole UV collab if that's another thing they're doing.
Are they gonna add the grip to it with the sight
yeah,
and the
for another
arrows? You got to buy the
$300.
arrows with it too. You got to buy the arrows with it too. So
Another
Buying them
1,000.
UV fucking arrows. If the UV arrows
Imagine
were
$5,000
4 millimeter
set.
or 5 millimeter, I'd be more apt to buy them.
but in the middle where nobody else makes those components.
And then Victory turn around and shit all over them and
Oh,
make
with
the
the new-
HLR. These are our proprietary components.
with,
Okay.
what is it?
I'm
The
gonna make 'em.
1.5 weave now or some shit.
Yeah. All right. You want that arrow? We're going to shit on yours and your little proprietary components.
Been waiting on this day.
I'm going to see what Easton
Thank
comes
you.
out with.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on.
But I feel like it's going to be a 5 millimeter 204.
I wouldn't mind a lighter 5 millimeter.
I want to go back.
Eat a 250 spine, not 260. That annoys the fuck out of me. Even though I can make it fly, it annoys me that it's 260 when everybody else is
4
250.
millimeter comes in 250.
It does, but I like 5 millimeter. I want
I want to go to the
I
5
shoot back
millimeter, but
targets.
it's just too heavy for me.
I shoot back targets.
For me, personally, I don't
The
know.
Axis
I wanna
260 is
under
heavy as
500.
fuck. Yeah, it's heavy as fuck.
Well, I want to stay
I'm
under
shooting
4.
though.
I want to stay 480 and
heavy.
lower.
478.
You're guys shooting 300 spine. Yeah, I can't shoot 300 spine.
Yeah, you can.
I've tried, done tune. With me personally, I don't have the best form. I have my form. So, but if you had a 8 to 9 grain per inch, 250 spined, 204 axis,
I think it's gonna be lighter than that.
that's going to be, but 8 to 9 GPI, 5 millimeter axis, 9 GPI, let's say 9.5 in a 250 spine.
Yeah, because what is it right now? It's like 10 something, right?
Mhm.
So-
Drop it half a grain.
250? No, they're
No,
11.
oh, you're talking
They're-
about 250. Oh, I'm thinking of the.
sorry.
I'm thinking of the
You drop 2 grains a pound. Axis will be the number one selling arrow by far.
lot cheaper than everything else. Too.
It's, well, Easton's pretty good about pricing like that.
So if they come out with a lighter grade, 5 millimeter lighter
In
I'd
250.
go with that too.
Because 260 annoys the fuck out of
No,
me. Because if
300.
they don't, If nobody else comes out with a decent arrow, then I'm looking at the VAP, the 4mm VAP 235. If I want to be shooting 80 pounds,
Not that new one that came out?
it's just it depends. If I shoot 250 and it
buy
reacts,
both
great.
of them, Brian.
It depends on how it reacts, right? Because the tighter weave is supposed to react better, but that's not always the case. You know, it's like the stain, like the SS arrows, they react a spine stronger to me. So like if you're shooting, traditionally you shoot 300s. If you were to shoot the RIP SS or the VAP SS, you could go down a spine realistically because that stainless steel weave makes the spine react stiffer to me. Because I almost had to add weight when I shot the RIP SS. Or no, it was a VAP SS. I had to add weight up front, a lot more than I should have, to make them spine out right. Flying through paper.
What else?
That's it.
Yes, that.
Podcast has been
Podcast.
this has been a Joe Rogan length podcast.
This is a 3-hour podcast.
All right, well, appreciate y'all sticking around, Brian. Appreciate it. You
Now that I'm back in
Coming on.
town, maybe I could make it to more of these.
yeah, maybe we can start doing this a regular thing again.
I will say it's been a time, boys.
It's been a time.
Couple of good memories made.
I don't think we're hunting tomorrow, right? You and I both have family things we got to leave early in the morning.
Not gonna pack out a nail guy by myself.
Bitch. But whatever, you know, we have family issues. You're going to be bitch made. I'm kidding. I wouldn't pack out an out guy by myself.
He also
either.
got the lease. It's been
Couldn't
popping up
back out
good
on
deer
that
left and right at his
And
lease.
that has you've had some good deer on camera
I
anyways.
got some management to do back home.
You know, I have a tag if you need me to come do some management for you.
No, fuck
As he was
you.
waiting for a deer to show up over here, he sends a picture of a nice buck that
Right.
shows.
He sends
It ain't gonna show up when I get home though.
he sends fucking pictures of blood on grass. Oh, it's an old picture. What a dick.
Got him. Nah,
right,
man,
guys.
but for real though, it's been fun, man.
Real
I think
fun,
we
yeah.
got to make this a yearly.
Yeah, hopefully
Trip,
next year
man.
we get drawn for something next year.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Happy birthday, old fuck, once again.
Appreciate you.
Closer to my age.
Getting close.
It was fun, boys.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.